wait.
That's a broad, sweeping generalisation there.
What's it called? Hitting the spot.
You know.
Before you can hit the spot, you need to find the spot.
Principles of Pleasure. I really do think you should check it out. I've been with my fair share, and I think they would have all benefited. So.
I somehow got roped into a conversation with the two Traces at work and told them more about them that they knew about them. So I think I'm alright.
Yeah, I think Grant's going to be fine.
Guys, I'm going to call it a day there for me. I'm going to power down. So I appreciate it. Again, I have got stuff to do tomorrow. I can't go to sleep like everyone else.
But to be fair, mate, you've stuck it out longer than what originally sort of said anyway.
Yeah, no, I was gonna go. I was gonna log off at 12. I really appreciate it. Honestly, if I'm up early, I can't to end it off with you. But you know, keep going strong.
Matt, you helped us contribute towards the thing, so appreciate it.
I don't know why, I just looked at the time and thought we only had 5 hours left, and then I looked at the time again and realised that my brain isn't working and we've actually got 7 hours left.
No, keep going, guys. You're doing great work.
Take it easy, Matt, and look after yourself.
Cheers, Matt.
Take care,
See
Matt.
you later.
Have a sleep for me. Nice, come.
Achilles is powered down from the damage that he's received.
I want to know a bit more about Grant and these two Tracies.
We are live, and we are.
Recorded.
It is recorded and going on to YouTube. So let's move on.
Hang on. I'm looking for some cool shit on here. 2 seconds.
Carl, are we having a break at sunrise?
Yeah, we need to go get some sunlight.
Yes, so just to let you know, the next break that will be coming up is 7 until 8. So 7 until 8 will be the next break period, which will allow me to upload what will be part 5 of that.
Can we say like at least 5, 5:30? I feel like 7 o'clock's a long stint.
We power through.
Yeah, power through. Yeah, honestly, it's better.
Because we can power through, do a lot of the talking and a lot of the stuff now, have a really good battle at the end, and then just leave it on a nice note.
Have a little break at around 6:45, because that's when the sun rises.
Why don't we now play one of the videos, Callum, to the audience around why we doing this?
We've done that quite a bit. We're now on to the story again at this point.
We'll go back to the story, are we?
Yeah, we're going back to the story at this point.
I was shut down there, wasn't I?
You were shut down there.
Hey, let's do the story. Let me get ready then.
Oh, we're doing the story, are we?
We're back to the story, yes. It didn't take me too long to come up with the ideas, believe me. As soon as you selected your quest, I was ready to go.
You fucking go.
Let's get into character.
I asserted superiority as the DM and the streamer.
This dress is chafing then.
What do you say?
This dress is chafing now.
I thought you just had a shower.
I have.
Put it back on.
He's getting
dressed right now.
You dirty minx.
I've just had a shower, Damo, but I only own one thong.
That's disgusting.
Only one? What are you looking for?
You're such a hussy.
Rightio. So, when you are ready, I'll prepare to let you know of your current circumstances and where we currently are. Bear with me.
Circumstances, I'm tired.
I'm a miserable bitch now.
I'm on second win now. Let's go.
Just in
Solazina is back. Okay, so just to let you know where you are. So you're currently sat in the warehouse at the moment. And in your warehouse, you can see that there's sort of sleeping quarters for your crew. You've got storage areas available to you, so you've been properly kitted out and outfitted, which is going to be your new area. As you stand there, a Clovis Concord agent approaches you. There appears to be some kind of construction master. First thing he says, you must be the one they call Zavros. A mage is waiting for you in the back at the moment. I'm going to be the carpenter and the personal secretary. Obviously, acting as a mercenary band under the Clovis Concord, you'll be expected to wear the colours of the Clovis Concord, but I am here to design your own emblem that you'll use for when you are fighting, and it will be crafted into your ship as well. So, as a party, what do you want your emblem to be?
I like dragons.
Quite like that. You know, the Kraken's tooth name of the ship.
Yeah, so Kraken. What does Captain Jack Sparrow see?
Captain, are you there?
No, I'm talking about Jan. Because he reminds me of that video of that guy who's stumbling around who looks like Jack
Crack Sparrow. Okay. So.
What's going on with Ben?
He's fading into the background.
On my face. I mean, I couldn't get my face out. I'm sorry.
Okay. So
Captain
then.
Sylvester, where's your headband? If I've got to wear this itchy wig for 24 hours, you'll put that bloody eye patch back on.
No, the simple answer. No, the eye patch was literally making it so I couldn't see.
You're good for a couple of hours before anyone starts waking up.
Oh, we still got people tuned in. So.
No, just for Jan's benefit.
Just for Jan's benefit with his Tisky. Okay. So, what would you like to be your symbol?
I don't mind a Kraken. I think that's a good shout from Boss Man.
I agree. I think it's a good one.
So we're going with the Kraken?
Yeah, love a beat.
Okay, what colours are you going to want?
Red.
And white.
Red.
No, white.
Yeah, for the can.
Right, Poland. And
Okay.
the can.
Right, you said it. Okay, so we're looking for a white background with a red Kraken on it, yes?
Just going to stand out loads. If you need to go anywhere, it's going to be bright as hell.
We want to be noticed.
No, you don't want to be noticed.
Why would you be flying under different colours? You're flying the colours of the Clovis Concord. You literally have a giant sun next to it. You're expecting not to be spotted.
We'd be spotted anyway.
We're in a big ship. The flag's not going to matter.
Well, just red and white's blood and bandages, isn't it?
Put a bit of blue in then as well.
Okay, so a white sky, a blue sea, and a red Kraken. We all comfortable with that?
Yeah.
Yes, looks fuming.
Okay. Zavros, as you walk across the warehouse, the crates are sort of piled high with storage and equipment that could be used by you and your crew. As you walk over, you meet a mage who stood in a dark azure blue robe, standing sort of tinkering with an ornament in their hand. I understand that you wanted to see me, Master Zavros.
Yeah, I've got some potions that we acquired. Just looking to find out what they are.
I won't ask you how you acquired these potions, of course, but I can check these for you. Where are these potions?
I have 6. Ariana's got another 4 on her.
You have 6 and they have 4. Okay, can I inspect these potions, please?
Yeah, of course. I'll just
Okay.
take them out and put them down on the table or a box.
So they pick them up and they sort of shine in light underneath them from a candle. And then they begin to inspect them. Bring them up to their ear and start tinkling it. Look into
Who's you
it.
checking first?
And then they take the next one. And then they take random bottles. Seems that these are all potions of Featherfall by the looks of things. Doesn't seem that you picked up anything other than Featherfall.
I'm sure they'll come in handy.
What is it? Feather.
So there's just six potions of Featherfall for me, is there?
Oh, they're all Featherfall by the looks of things.
Oh. There we go then.
Seems you have 10 potions of Featherfall there. Is that all you required me for? Is there anything else that you could possibly
How much are
use?
they worth? What can I sell them for?
Well, Timo will probably buy them off you. Timo, the appalling alchemist at the other end of the dock, will probably buy them off you for 40 gold each.
Let's go and see him.
No, we'll keep those for a day where we have to jump off a cliff or something.
Yeah.
Well, fine.
We
No.
can't all fly.
Okay.
Not my problem.
So at this point, after having the conversation with the mage, you can see that construction work is being carried out on this property that you now own. The property itself, you can see, is rather large. The warehouses itself is at least 3 floors big. It's almost like an old barn conversion, so it's very open spaced apart from a large collection of quarters for each of you. So there's 8 quarters that are being completed into the back wall. On the left-hand side, you can see that stones and rocks are being placed to begin to create a furnace. So that'll be the first furnace for your blacksmith. And then there's a potions deck that's being put together at the back with ingredients being lettered in for alchemy and the creation of potions.
I see where this is going.
Where do you see where this is going?
I see that fucking alchemist that we end up having is going to be that fucking idiot. It better not be.
She already, that question was already asked and you were told it isn't.
All right, cool. Thank God for that.
Oh.
Okay, all right.
Jan seems disappointed.
I'm going to go in quick and make sure I pick my bedroom first.
Okay, so you go in and pick one of the bedrooms. They're all of similar plane affair at the moment. They have a bed, a cot, and a chest in them, but they're for you to adorn. They have got beds.
Is it all solo bed?
They're all solo beds. They're 8 separate rooms.
Okay.
Can we go to bed for the next 7 hours?
What's that?
Can we go to bed for the next 7 hours?
Unfortunately, you cannot, as you have the myriad to chase down.
They can wait.
The
They're
myriad.
not going anywhere.
I'm going to take the room right at the top of the house.
Okay, yeah.
I'm already in there.
So 4 rooms along the top floor. So Brant is taking one of the rooms on the top.
And me.
Rogar.
I'll take the one next door to Brant.
Okay, so 3 of the rooms on the top have been taken.
On the bottom.
Ariana's taking a room on the bottom. Bellamak, you take a room on the top. Captain Sylvester and Zavros take a room on the bottom. And the final room goes to Achilles on the bottom. Achilles' room, as he enters it, you can just hear a massive crash.
With a plug.
And all you see is the bed get thrown out of the sort of door because it's not needed and clatters into the main courtyard. Next, out comes like a chest of drawers with these like old sacks of clothes and things in. That also comes flying out the door. But as Rogar has pointed out, the wardrobe and the cupboard has been placed against the back wall, and he's walked into it and closed the doors, powering down.
Can I have his spare blanket and pillows?
You can take a spare blanket and pillows.
Thank you.
Okay. So now that you've got your newly sort of minted symbols and your icon for your new hideout, and you've been given your rooms and you're prepared and ready and you can see they're coming together, an agent of the Zaelith Guard begins to walk towards you. Adventurers, you should be aware I've been told to inform you that you are being watched by those we believe may be connected to the Myriad. Captain 3 Earrings has requested that you potentially start your investigations into the Myriad by questioning beggars around the city. Anyone of poor origin or anyone that doesn't appear to be in place is your first point of call to track down the Myriad across this city. They will hide in any hole that they can find.
We need someone good at perception then, don't we? To have a look where they are.
All right, I'm on it. I got a 7.
Another lead.
What's that?
Can we do perception?
Do a perception, yeah?
Well, would we do it now in our rooms, or would we just wait until we get out onto the streets?
Okay. So Brant's are looking out through some of the windows on the top floor. They can see after overhearing this conversation there are a small group of beggars that seem to be moving away back and forth. But as you notice, Brant, they seem to sort of be moving together, talking, then moving away and swapping positions. So they always look like they're in different places. So what's your plans?
He's going to finish his little biscuit.
He's going to finish
and
his bourbon first.
and then he's not going to ask
Roni,
any further questions. He's not
you
going to
imagine
say
that you
anything
don't-
else. He's not going to share the information.
Let's go.
Where? You haven't shared the information with them.
What's the info? I really enjoy my biscuit. Can you just tell me again?
Okay.
Honest with you.
Against the roll, you forget what you're looking for.
Okay, so Brant begins to walk down the steps of the sort of oaken steps that lead towards the top of the warehouse and the sort of campaigning area where their rooms are. He shouts for everyone to gather into the main courtyard around the crates, and he sort of hoists himself up onto the main crate. I don't know if you'll have noticed, but there has been 3 beggars that are moving themselves around in quite a conspicuous way outside the window. I've been watching them for the last sort of half an hour, and they keep switching positions so that they remain unnoticed. He puts his hands together and then gestures to you all.
Are you offering us a biscuit or?
I got bourbons. No. Sorry. What? Anyone got any ideas what we should do next?
I think I'm going to do a stealth check and I'm going to go and follow them for a little bit. And just, like, get close and watch them and see if I can overhear anything.
Do you need support?
I will join in on that one.
Okay, so if you both want to carry out stealth checks for me, please.
What, all of us?
Nope, the two.
No,
that
the
said they
two that
would
go
follow.
in.
So Ariana and Captain Sylvester individually pick 2 of the 3 beggars that are outside, and as they begin to sort of stalk their movements, they're moving lively in amongst the crowd and the stalls, pretending to haggle at sort of merchant stands, but keeping within earshot. In the earshot, you hear the following conversation. Still in the warehouse at the moment, 8 targets identified from the ballroom. Continue to keep close watch and report back to the warehouse at the main docks in Beaded Alley. As you do this, Ariana, the one that you're tailing begins to wander off towards Beaded Alley.
Isn't that where we just came from?
It's where you were with all the merchants.
Yeah. Okay. Just want to stay far enough back, but also enough where I can still see him.
Okay, so as you continue to follow them, they begin to wind their way through the streets slowly. Captain Sylvester, you're remaining in earshot of the other one, but he doesn't appear to be talking now. He's just sitting watching the front entrance, so he doesn't appear to have noticed that you've sort of slipped out slightly when they've been talking and you've been listening in. Ariana continues to follow the other one, and it seems that she's sort of flitting in between people for about an hour and a half to 2 hours, following them as they move through the side streets. They take a number of different directions and corners, but Ariana does keep track of this in her head, so she is making a note of where they are moving. So as they continue to move forward, they enter a warehouse that's located just outside of Beaded Alley, leading towards the docks. The warehouse is large and appears to be abandoned. However, there are lots of activity around there with people coming and going all the time. You want to roll for perception for me, Ariana?
Oh. I was just asking. Right. Okay.
Okay, so as you look across, you can see there are a number of crates are being hauled by these sort of large porters that are moving them from this almost abandoned warehouse, and they're walking them in. As they do, one of them drops one of the crates, and you see almost this sparkling of dust that comes out of it before they pick it back up and start to walk the crate back forward again into the warehouse.
Dust came out of the crate?
Dust came out of the crate.
Fairy dust?
You can't see at the moment, it's too far away.
Are you with her? Should we go back and get them now that we know where?
You're not with her.
Yeah, but did I overhear the conversation about where the
You
warehouse
did,
was?
but you stayed with the other one.
Can I go back and get the party and then make our way down to
You
the
don't know
warehouse?
where she's gone. She's flitted off following her. You've stayed with the other one watching the entrance.
Yeah, I don't care where she's gone. I mean, I overheard them saying that report back to this warehouse, so I'm
Didn't
gonna go
say
get
the
the party.
specific warehouse. They just said that it was a warehouse in that area.
Should we all start
We can
heading?
go there and try and find Ariana then, can't we?
You can, so Captain Sylvester can alert you, but you're in a position where leaving the warehouse in large numbers may prompt whoever's watching it to report back. So the warehouse is being watched. You need to be thinking about this, and Ariana needs to make a decision on what she's going to do.
I know, I'm thinking.
So how many are outside our building at the moment?
So
Essentially
two of them
two.
now.
Are they in like close proximity to each other, or?
So they're both sitting at opposite ends of this market stall area, which sits outside of your main sort of warehouse and base of operations. But they've got a good field of vision to be able to sort of intersect and see if you went out either the back way or the front, so they can see either direction and they're watching.
Should we go out and grab him, drag him in the house, and interrogate?
No. The beggar.
You can't hear that. Ariana's miles away.
So, the beggars that we followed, do they have access to this warehouse? Have I watched them go into the warehouse?
You've watched the one that you've tailed go into the warehouse, yes.
Has he come back out yet?
He hasn't, no.
Aren't you saying like me? Do you want me to roll for intimidation?
There's part of me that wants to wait until he comes back out and then use a sleight of hand to see if there's like a key or anything that he's carrying, or an access card.
An access card.
Access card?
One card.
Okay, so you can.
So there's part of me that's like, if it goes wrong, we're fucked from the start, aren't we? So. I'm gonna come back to the party. I'm gonna tell them the location of the warehouse, but I think we need to come up with who would be best to join me in finding a way to get some sort of access, like a key to this warehouse.
Okay, so as you fly back towards the main party, weaving your way in between the streets, you sort of come up to the party itself. And you can see that they're sort of debating as you fly in. They watch you, the two beggars that are sort of sitting on the side streets. They watch you as they fly in. They seem a bit concerned that they hadn't noticed you previously. So the party's there. Talk to them. What do you want to do? What's your plan?
I feel that we need to get there as quickly as possible.
Okay. How
Thoughts?
do you plan to deal with the beggars outside?
I can disguise myself as one of the guards that originally sort of showed us around the building, because they would naturally leave.
I will disguise myself as well. So there's two. Looks like there's two guards escorting them out.
Okay, so you're both going to disguise yourself as the Lazo guards, yeah?
Do we?
It's your choice as
We-
a party.
There's two outside, isn't there? There's two outside, isn't there?
There's two outside, yeah.
If we interrogate one, Ariana tells us where we need to go, so we know where to meet the others, and we can hold them back
Okay.
by interrogating
Well,
them.
we can distract while the others start
Yeah.
leaving the house.
Yeah. And we'll meet you there.
Okay. So, what's your planning for then? You're going to distract them, so the two Zalizo guards, these guys are going to distract them for the rest of the party to leave and follow Ariana.
I think that's a good plan, isn't it?
Ariana, you're going to tell them where they're going?
Yeah, we're going to a warehouse which is just outside of the alley towards the docks.
There you go, so you're aware, because otherwise they'd be wandering around wondering where you're gone without passing that information over. Okay.
Stay back. He's not going to stay with the initial group. He's going to just stay back. So, like, he'll be able to see them and hear them, but he's staying a distance back just so that it can, if anything goes wrong, he can then come in to support.
Okay.
Who's
sounds
got the higher stealth checks and whatnot?
You
For what?
and Captain Sylvester.
And
Yeah.
then from us two, who's the next best?
Definitely, I don't think it's me. I'll have a good
It's not going to be Rogar, Belamac.
I got a +4.
What about you, Zavros?
That's 3.
I'm disadvantage. I am. It's got a D
I
on
got
it.
plus. What does a D mean next to it?
Disadvantage.
Yeah,
I got a disadvantage.
Not me then.
So all of them got disadvantage. So Belamac's your next best.
Don't know how, but yeah.
It's because they're all wearing armor and you're not.
Yeah.
I tell you what, to help Belloc out, once we get close, if we are planning to try and sneak up, I'll cast invisibility on him.
Okay. Sounds a plan. So you sneaking up on the warehouse now, or are you sneaking up on the two beggars that are watching you?
No,
We're going to the warehouse, aren't we?
You're going to the warehouse. Okay. So as you begin to leave, the two Zalizo guards walk out. So Zavros and Brant are sort of protecting you and defending you as you walk out. They keep their sort of shields and spears at the ready. So they walk out of the main entrance and sort of escort you away, keeping an eye on the two beggars. The two beggars don't seem to be perturbed by it because you've been escorted around by Zalizo guard quite a bit. So this is something that they're sort of expecting to happen. So as you're beginning to escort away, you start making your way towards Beaded Alley. And as you're making your way towards Beaded Alley, then they just assume potentially that you're heading towards the shops where you've been quite a few times.
That worked then.
So they don't seem to pursue, they just keep a wary distance from you and just start to sort of keep an eye from behind, but they're not following you as a party.
Okay.
Okay, so you continue to weave your way through the streets, the brightly coloured banners painted hanging across all of the streets. But as you're walking, you almost pass through this change in the architecture that moves from these stone columns into these sort of wooded block buildings that you can see are actually quite dangerous and lean-tos. They seem to almost be thrown up like a shanty town. As you're passing through this shanty town towards the main docks in Port Somalia, it's at this point that Ariana stops you and points to the warehouse where a couple more porters have just walked in. Looking at the warehouse itself, does anyone want to cast a perception check?
Do you want me to do it?
Mm-hmm.
+7. Yeah, everyone happy with that?
19. Okay, your perception
Right.
check that you can see as you look across to the main warehouse opening, and you're casting your sort of perception and you're looking to see what you can see. The doors themselves appear to be strong and made of oak, so the rest of the building seems to be almost decaying, but it seems to be in appearance only. The building itself is actually formidable, and the main doors and entranceways into the building are still locked and padlocked. You can see that the porters themselves that are walking in are burly and strong humanoid half-orcs. They'll be ready for a fight if you did go into them. They seem to all be armed with some form of dagger or blade. In addition to that, you can see that there is a smattering of dust in front of the main sort of doorway where it appears something's been dropped previously, and this does appear to be fairy dust.
How many stood outside? Just the 2?
There's 3 of them at the moment.
So I can pick locks, right? That's the whole point of me having that thing on my thing, my character sheet, yeah?
You can pick locks, yeah.
Okay, so I'm not going to worry about stealing a key or anything.
Okay. So you're going to try and pick the lock, you're going to try and distract the guards. What's your idea as a party?
Who can pick locks then? Ariana, you can pick locks, can you? And Sylvester.
I need some distraction, though.
So which one's the best at you two to pick locks?
Just having a look.
I'll mute
How
Damo.
do I
Can
know?
hear you.
Which bit you have to use?
Be your thieves' tools, and then you're using your dexterity plus proficiency.
Hmm?
To be a dexterity check, and then plus your proficiency bonus, which should be a +3. So are the guards standing right outside the door?
So they're not guards, they're porters that are moving left and right and sort of moving crates in from a carriage that sort of deposited itself out the front. So they're taking the crates down and then walking through the main doors that are just slightly ajar to allow them to pass through.
So the door's already open then?
Door's already open, just slightly ajar. What's Davros thinking? He's done the Grant move of leaning back and I'm going to say something here now.
What are you thinking? If the door's open, we need to pick a lock, will we?
Yeah, you don't need to pick it. I'm just wondering whether to disguise myself as one of those beggars. Go down, try and persuade them to come help look for the party because they've gone missing.
Okay, so you could potentially do it. You could cast Prestidigitation on yourself and disguise yourself as one of the beggars. Do you want to do that?
Yeah, fuck it. I'll go down, sort of half panicked, looking like one of the beggars. Just go, you need to help me, you need to help me.
Okay, if you can cast Persuasion, or can you roll for Persuasion for me, please? I keep saying cast as if they're all spells now at this point.
23.
Okay. Calm yourself. I know you. You work for the Myriad. What are you to report?
That party that we were told to keep an eye on, they went into a warehouse up there and then just disappeared.
How far away is this warehouse?
It's about like 400 meters down
Do
there.
they know about this warehouse? You need to speak quickly now. Is there a possibility they know about this one?
No. I think they were going in there to get an item that they had, or to store an item. I'm not sure, but they went in, and then I crept in afterwards, and they just completely disappeared. I don't know where they're gone.
Okay. Take 2 of the men with you. We'll continue with you, and we'll go and have a look. Now, you lead the way.
Cool, and I'll start walking off.
Okay, so as you sort of begin to walk off with these 2 men past the party, there's only a single man left on the door at the moment.
Okay.
Let's go.
So
What do we do?
Should we go?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just approach.
Okay, so as you begin to approach, the
no,
man who's on the...
Mm-mm.
My team a second. Let's not
Okay.
jump the gun. Should we approach?
Do you want me to try and sneak up? Because if I can sneak up to him, and if we're trying to attack him, then I have assassinate, which means for any creature that's surprised, I get a critical hit.
Yeah, do it. Good shout.
Okay, go for it. So I'm happy with you doing that attack.
What do you want first? Do you want stealth first, and then
Spell first, yeah. Yeah, okay. It's up to you if you still want to continue. I'm not going to tell you if it's successful or not.
yeah, they can't really be that perceptive, can they?
No. So 12. I reckon you might be alright, just about.
I'm gonna go for it. I got the entire party next to me anyway. So
Otherwise, we just approach them. Otherwise, you just approach him.
Yeah,
No.
worst case scenario, we're ready anyway.
yeah, I got you all behind me anyway. So yeah, I'll give it a go.
Okay, so go for the attack then, please.
And I just want to very quickly check I can do this. Yes, because it's a feature. So I'm going to use both my daggers and try and come down like that.
Go for it.
Nice.
Double
If the
hit.
attack works.
And what's the damage?
So that is 1. So 22 on that one. 18 on that one. So what's that? 40?
40? Very well. So as you move up behind the porter who's currently standing in the doorway, you use your ability to climb up the wall, rallying and moving overhand, sort of, so you're leaning down. So there's a slight crack in the door at the moment, and as you're sort of crawling along the wall, you can see just inside. But as you do so, you begin to sort of plummet downwards, and as you plummet downwards, you drive both daggers into either side of the neck, piercing inwards. A gargled cry is let out, but just as it's let out, you draw one dagger out and then slash it across the throat to cut the gargled cry off, and they drop in front of the doorway, collapsed and dead.
Well done.
Now we need a perception check to see how many's inside.
Okay, so I'm happy for, because you're not in combat now, because Captain Sylvester's killed the one enemy outside. I'm happy for Captain Sylvester, who can see inside the door, to carry out the perception check.
Do you want me to run up and look myself?
Can?
So I'm just +7.
Yeah.
Alright. Mm.
Okay, so as you look inside, you can see that there's a quartermaster that's pacing about on the top decks, because there's sort of these rigging-strewed areas along top. So they're walking back and forth on these gangways with a checklist and a tick board, taking a note of the inventory. There are a number of other porters in there moving between these large stacks of crates with a large office in the back area.
So is everyone gone inside now?
No, we're on the outside looking in, aren't we?
Okay, cool. I'm still loitering back mine just in case. If the shit hits a fan, I'll come in from behind.
Right, what did you see inside?
So there's at least another 7 porters inside and at least 1 quartermaster that's walking back and forth. But there's a trail of fairy dust from the crate that was broken earlier.
I can change into one of them, like Grant can do. But I don't know if that'll help us.
And where's Captain Sylvester at the moment?
So Captain Sylvester is currently standing over the body in the main doorway. Zavros, do you want to roll for a stealth check for me, please?
Me?
Yes, you.
What am I rolling stealth for?
To try and get away from them to return to the party.
I'm not getting away from them yet.
Fair enough, I'll keep you with them then.
I'm luring them into an empty warehouse all by themselves.
Oh, you okay? It's like that, is it?
Oh, yeah.
I have something in store for them.
Okay. So what do you want to do then? So you've obviously got this dead porter at your feet at the moment. They are half orc, so similar to Belamac, they are green. What do you want to do?
What? Who?
You as a party. What do you want to do?
We need to get in there and look for her.
Okay, so are you going to enter the warehouse?
Where's that? I want to see where that trail was going to. You said there was a trail of fairy dust going.
There is a trail of fairy dust moving into the warehouse. Yeah.
Oh, it's going into the warehouse.
You want me to transform and follow the dust?
The roof of the warehouse, is it fully blacked out, or are there windows, like skylights?
The roof of the warehouse is fully blacked out. It's a solid roof, no skylights.
Are there any windows up high, like around the sides?
There are no windows. There's a gangway that you can walk out of the main door, and then you look out as if it's a balcony, and that balcony area stretches around at the sides, but they put 2 locked doors on either side of it.
Okay. Are you going to make this as difficult as possible?
Well, considering it's meant to be a myriad warehouse, I don't think that they're going to advertise everything they've got inside with windows.
Okay.
I think we all just go in, leave one on the door, and let's do it.
I think we all need to do a stealth roll, and like the majority of us need to be quite stealthy with the way we're entering. David's
You're on mute.
How many entrances are on there to this building?
3. 2 doors up on the balcony area, and 1 that you've made. You just walk through the main door that you can see because you're only at the front of the building.
So Captain Sylvester's at the front in the doorway, yeah?
Captain Sylvester's in the front at the doorway, standing over a body with 2 daggers in his neck.
I'm going to make my way round the back. So if the party wants to go through the front door, I'll go, or if anyone wants to come with me, round the back. Yeah,
Okay.
so
Salazino will go with him. Yeah.
we'll head around the back to
Blanca.
the opposite door.
Yeah.
Excellent. So Solazina and Rogar begin to move around the back of the building stealthily as quickly as they can. As you get around the back of the building, you notice that where the building appears to be in a shabby condition, on the outset, most of it is actually really well made, and it's only given the appearance of that, so it doesn't draw attention. But the building itself, as you look at the cracked wooden planks, you can see that there is a small entrance to the back of the warehouse that you'd be able to, with enough force, break in and enter. But if you use that force, it would potentially alert those inside the warehouse.
Are there any open windows or anything above me?
There's no windows in the warehouse.
Okay. Can I roll? Oh my god. We're the worst ones as well, Jan. We got fucking shit stealth.
Well, I got +3, but disadvantage. Is that shit, is it?
Well, yeah, it means you've got to roll twice and you get the lowest one.
The scores, yeah.
Alright, fuck it. Let's risk it for a biscuit, is it? What have you got? I got +1 on stealth. What have you got?
This isn't a stealth check, this is a strength check.
Oh, okay. Oh, fuck, I got that then.
Sure enough, this is going to
Hang on,
alert everyone.
If we do it, it's gonna alert them. So
What
Can
check
we not do? Can me and
me and
can we-
Solacina are gonna hang
not
fire.
go in first and try
You
a stealth
go in.
check
Yeah.
whilst you stay
Yeah.
inside. And then
What
you can
about-
barge in if needed.
You can
Yeah,
what-
communicate, you're on opposite
what-
sides of the building.
Okay.
Oh,
I
right.
was thinking,
We should
me
have
and
done.
Ariana
You know
go
what
to,
the plan is?
go up to the gangway and see if we can get in one of those locked doors because we've both got thieves' tools.
Yeah, we could do a door each, couldn't we?
Me and Solacina are gonna listen, and if we
Hang on.
hear shit at the fan, then we'll go in.
You say we can't communicate, but I've got telepathy.
You've got telekinesis.
I thought I'd try it. Never mind.
You're more like Magneto rather than Professor X.
We-
It was a good
We should have
attempt.
discussed this. We should have discussed this before we went, because I was going to say, I reckon we should create a distraction at the front entrance where that dead body is now, so they all go rushing round, and then we could have went in through the back.
No, we'll wait. We'll listen, and if the shit's a fan, then we go in. Everyone's gonna come rushing to the front first off. They're gonna see the party, and they're gonna go chasing in, and then we'll come back in the rear.
Okay.
And have-
Yeah. So-
Diversion, and then you just go in the back.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, I'll just storm in now.
We can't
Yeah, but we, haven't,
communicate.
yeah, but we can't get in the back yet because the locks.
Okay, so Brant
Oh,
goes
the-
storming
My left
into
ear, by the way,
Brant
so
goes
that's in it, yeah.
storming into the warehouse, clattering as he goes, and as he goes storming into the warehouse, the porters become aware of the presence. The quartermaster from the top deck. Who on God's name are you in my warehouse?
You should have given us time to pick the locks before you've done that.
Who in God's name are
Brian.
you? Sound the alarm now! As he does that, then roll for initiative, everyone.
Here we go.
Can I roll a stealth check to see if I can dip off before they actually realise that I'm there and try and get up
I
on
will allow a stealth check to allow you to see if you can get away.
Do we have to roll for initiative though?
Can I do that as well then?
Brant has to roll for initiative.
I don't though.
You don't because you're
Oh.
inside the warehouse.
All right,
It's
so
when
I-
you're deciding to join
Oh.
Brant or not.
Right, I want to dip off.
I'll try then.
I've rolled a 17, so I'll go in after Brant and back him up.
Okay.
Right.
Brant,
So
can you
someone
roll
got him.
for me? Are you fighting as well, Ariana?
No, I want to dip off, pick a lock, and go in through the back.
Self check then,
Who goes to
please.
the gangway?
I had 18.
Right, 20.
Okay,
For a
so
stealth.
Captain Sylvester and Ariana have both been able to stealthily dip away. Bellamac has charged in. So Harry, you have, let's see, 17.
Yeah,
Brant has 18.
yeah.
Okay. And then you are faced by 3 of the burly half-orc porters. Okay, bear with me. Okay, just so you can see it, I'll roll it on Achilles. Just as well, no, I don't need to. I'll just roll 3d20s so you can see him. Some say that my rolls are favoured.
We've got 54.
18 and 17. Okay. Let me just add this. AC and HP for each one.
43.
43?
What?
Why are you just shouting random numbers at me?
HP for each one. I can't. Honestly, in the last half hour, I got deaf from my left ear.
I literally, I was pissing earlier.
Man, yeah. I'm.
When I'm tired, we're going deaf, like.
Yeah, and honestly, it's really bad.
It's when you start shaking, you know, like all like fucking twitchy.
Okay. So as you begin to move forward, Brant and Bellamac begin to charge in, so they come in to back themselves up. The first porter moves in so that they can start to begin to get ready for the attack. They're wielding 2 double short swords, one on either hand at the moment.
Okay.
So the first porter comes in for an attack on Brant Sar himself. And he strikes out across Brant's chest, causing 10 points of damage. He then moves on to...
Can I do a reaction?
What's your reaction?
Wrath of Storm.
Wrath of Storm, yeah?
Yeah. So it's when a creature within 5 foot that you can see hits you with an attack, you can use your reaction to cause the creature to make a dex saving throw.
Okay, dex saving throw, yeah. So it has failed its dex saving throw. What does that then do?
DC 15, or it takes 2d8 lightning or thunder damage, your choice, half damage on success.
Okay, so half damage on success, so it's not hit, so it's 2d8 you need to roll then.
What are you looking over there for, Ben? It's on the screen.
No, it's not. Someone got the TV.
You're like,
That's his ear again.
Can I tell you something funny? So the day before yesterday, Friday, the budgie got out of his cage and fucking Murphy caught hold of him, but didn't hurt him. He put his hands down to catch the budgie and pulled all his fucking tail feathers out. So my budgie now more resembles to a hamster than an actual budgie.
Brant?
I had a 1. 1?
1 damage.
Yeah.
Okay, so you do hit them with the damage and they sort of recoil slightly, but not much.
How can you do 1 damage with 2 dice?
Yeah, don't question this.
Oh no, that's me. Sorry, let me just try again.
Nemo.
Jesus.
It's that time of the stream now.
So which one do I use then?
2d8.
2d8.
So you
It
roll
should be-
one, roll another one.
On the spell, it should have.
No.
Oh, I'll do it for him. I'll do it for him. There's another d8. And I rolled well as well. There's a 5.
So 6 altogether.
Okay.
Fucking hell, when the DM's got to fucking play for you.
I think it's going to get to that point where I'm going to be just talking to myself, playing all your characters by 9 o'clock.
Nice.
Okay, so you do successfully hit with that attack, and it sort of forces them to recoil back. In doing so, they do lean forward for another 2 attacks with a short sword, which is the one that's moved in on your left now. Okay, what's your armor class, Brant?
18.
18. Both hits hit. and you take 21 damage as both of the swords slash out, cutting across your chest, causing massive damage.
Wow.
Rogar,
Yo.
chat, please.
Bellamat, it's your turn.
Alright.
Solazina, what are you doing in all this?
I'm waiting for Rogar to check the chat.
Oh, all right, shit.
So they've just attacked Bransar. So can I run from behind Bransar almost in like a surprise attack, if that's
The two
possible?
of
I know
you
they
are
know I'm there.
Two of you are side to side. You're not going to be able to do a side
Ah,
attack.
right, okay.
You're
Fair
literally,
enough.
they're moving in on you. Only 3 of the porters have moved so far. The other 4 are cheering them on.
So it's sort of us two, and then there's just 3 of them in like a triangle, is it?
Yeah.
That's fine. I'll just go for the one nearest me then with a straight up attack with my sword then.
Yeah, go for it.
Let me roll on that. Nice. So I got a 20.
Yep, so you do hit, and if you roll for damage.
So while all this is going on, what are me and Captain Square doing? This is surely the best time we should be in there now.
You should be picking the lock right now, so if you want to both roll for picking the lock for me, please. One of you on each door.
I know what I'm
Cal,
rolling.
I'm gonna roll.
You already
I'm gonna
done it.
roll again for hit because I got 2 hits in one attack move.
What do I roll, Grant?
Cal.
Yeah, roll again, yeah.
Alright, cool. And then I'll do the damage afterwards. Right. I got 19 and a 20.
You should
And
have
then I got
thieves'
a
tools in your inventory.
15 for the first one. And 13 for the second hit.
Okay, so the hit strikes out and you manage to hit them in the chest twice, causing massive rending damage. You can see that they're really badly injured at this point, so they sort of drop down to their knees. So you've hit them really hard. At this point, the porter does lurch upwards from his position and go on the attack on you now, Balamach.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what's your armor class?
18, lads.
Okay, so neither of the strikes from the one that you've injured do hit you. The other porter is still moving in on Bransar. Okay, so did you manage to pass the dexterity saving? Or the dexterity ability to pick the lock?
I got 13, but you get prof bonus, is that right?
Proficiency bonus, yeah.
So that'd be 16.
Okay, so you successfully picked the lock, Captain Sylvester.
I got 11 plus 3, so I'll be 14.
Okay, so you've also successfully picked the lock. So one of you's on the left, one of you's on the right on the gangway. Can you roll for initiative for me for joining into the combat on the next turn?
I don't want to join no combat. I want to look for my friend.
Okay.
Me and Solacina are going to put in as well.
Both strikes hit out against Bransar again. And they take 19 points of damage as the strikes come in thick and fast, striking straight into Brant.
Me and Solacina can hear the shit in the fans, so we're going to bust through the little rickety hatch.
Okay, so as you bust through the rickety hatch, can you roll a strength check for me, please?
Yeah, of course. Rolling. Keep rolling. Hang on. Where's the team? Got it. I've got 10.
10, okay. So you are successfully able to break through the hatch, and as you break through the hatch, though, you clatter onto the ground, alerting 2 of the porters that were in that area. So as you break through, Rogar, can I ask you to roll for initiative?
Of course. I've got 10.
Okay, let's have a look. Porter 1. Let me just have a look at my rolls a minute. Okay, so that's 15. Porter 2 was a 9. Damo, what were you again?
10.
10. Solazina, can you roll for me?
Am I rolling initiative?
Yeah, roll for initiative.
11.
11. Zavros, I'm going to say that whatever you had planned in store for the guards, which we'll pick up now, what was it you had in store for them?
So I wanted to find a small warehouse, preferably with just the one door going into it. And as I was sort of leading around the warehouse to say this is where I last saw them before they just disappeared, try and sort of corner them up against like the opposite end where the door is before casting Hunger of Hadar.
Okay, do you want to cast that now and see if it's successful? I'm going to say you've been successful in cornering them. Do you want to cast Hunger of Hadar?
Sweet. So Hunger of Hadar is a gateway to the dark between the stars. A 20-foot radius sphere of blackness and bitter cold appears, centered on a point within range and lasting for the duration. Void is filled with a cacophony of soft whispers and slurping noises that could be heard up to 30 foot away. No light, magical or otherwise, can illuminate, and the creatures are fully blinded. They take 2d6 cold damage every time they start in that area, and any time that they try to move, they have to succeed a dexterity saving throw or take 2d6 acid. And because it is difficult terrain, their movement's down to half.
Oh, hang on a minute, I've just dropped something. I'm going to say that you've been successful with that and you've pinned them in position. Do you want to leave them there or do you want to continue to fight them?
Also, level 5 is a good level for me. So I've also picked up Devil's Sight, which means I can see through magical darkness. So I'm just going to stand on the outside, throwing Eldritch Blast in at them both while they're getting fucked up with 2d6 damage at the start of their turn and 2d6 damage at the end of their turn.
I'm going to turn around and say you've been incredibly successful and both of them are now dead because there is no way that I'm going to be able to run 4 separate combats at once. I've already got 3 combats on the go. That's very well done. You have successfully eradicated the 2 porters that followed you. Your decision now where you come back to join. Can I ask Jess and Ed for you to roll for your initiative, please? And then tell me your scores.
15.
Ooh.
Okay. Combat 3. So yours is 15, Ed?
20.
20. Okay, so this is how this is going to work. So the combat itself is divided into 3 separate places at the moment. So combat 1 is between Brantsar and Bellamak, that's fighting 3 porters in the front entrance. Combat 2 is 2 porters are fighting Rogar and Solazina through the breakage in the back wall of the warehouse. And combat 3, the quartermaster and 2 porters are fighting Ariana and Captain Sylvester on the top decking. They haven't noticed you both yet, so you do have an advantage in sneak attack against the 3 that are on top because you've picked the lock. But you are on the top sort of gangways now that lead across the warehouse. You can see the combat unfolding below. So, Brant, it is your turn now.
Okay. I'm going to have to move stuff a sec. 2 seconds. Okay. So, what I'm going to do is gonna attack. Not with my Warhammer.
What?
You sure?
I'm
I know.
disappointed.
With my Thunderwave.
Thunderwave, okay. If you can roll for that for me, please. I've got to make a dexterity or...
It's both creatures as well. Each creature in 3. All 3.
And Harry then, because Harry's also within that range as well.
Sorry, Harry.
So what do we need to do? A Constitution saving throw?
Who? Me?
No, what?
All of us.
Yeah. What?
So me and the 3 porters.
Yeah, do you want me to roll as well for damage?
What have you rolled for attack? Have you?
No, I don't have.
No,
I think
but
I just
I
rolled.
have to make a saving throw, don't I?
So Callum will have to make 3 saving throws, and I'll have to make a saving throw.
So what saving throw do I need to make to half the damage?
24.
No, that's what damage you've done. Right. Okay.
What saving throw do we need to make,
character
then?
and I'll find it.
No, I could find it.
I'm sure it's Constitution.
Yeah,
Constitution.
I think it is.
15.
Constitution 15. Okay, there we go.
So we gotta get higher than 15, have we?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first one was successful.
Oh, nice.
Second
I
one
got
was
27.
successful. And the third one was successful, so all the Constitution saving throws were successful. So you only deal half
And I got a
damage.
natural 20 with my +7.
All half it and half it again for your natural 20.
Alright.
Okay, so it's 12 damage for each of the porters. So Ben, how do you want to kill the first one?
Well, it's a thunder wave, isn't it?
Okay.
So
Well, I do blast them back, does it?
just blast them back and and it just disintegrates.
Okay, so as you
Okay.
blast them back, the thunderous wave erupts from your hands. The injured porter that's standing in front of you sort of disintegrates and evaporates, their flesh beginning to rend and tear as it flies them backwards. You have successfully killed your first porter, so that is one of the porters now out of the fight.
I take it that's the one I attacked, is it?
That is the one that you attacked, yes. Okay, let me just move that out the way. So, obviously I'm doing combat 1, moving to combat 2, and moving to combat 3, where Zavros will then come in on the turn of combat 3, where you'll get a choice on which combat it is that he wishes to choose. So the second porter now moving forward into a position, sees you, Brant, sees that you are badly injured, and will be looking to launch another attack against you. Okay.
Carl, sorry, with that thing that you just done, did I take any damage with that? I know I had the critical, or the nat 20, but
Yes, you did. You took 6 damage.
6 damage, that's fine. Just double checking.
Okay. So, first launch is out with a strike, and it is successful in its hit against Brant.
Jeez.
Second launch out is another successful hit against Brant.
Callum, you're not letting use the. You're not letting use his bloody roll thing now because she keeps smashing out 20s.
And Brant takes 21 points of damage.
I'm gone.
You down to 0, you?
Yeah.
So you gotta do a dexterity saving throw,
No,
is it?
he's down. He's got to do saving throws now every turn.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So is it this turn as well, or is it next turn?
It is your turn now, Bellamac, so you can try and save him, or you can go on the attack. But Brantsar is down.
Right, so I've killed the one. I take it there's another one sort of to my left,
There's
probably just behind me.
2, yes. There's one to your left, one to your right, and they're both facing you now. So they're not in a position to have an advantage of attack on you.
Right, so I'm gonna attack the one closest to Brantsar then.
Okay, so you're going to attack
So-
the one closest to Brant, yeah.
So let's roll 2 for hits, see what we get. Oh, nice. We get a nice 18
You do hit.
and a 17.
You do hit again. Okay,
Cool.
so
And let me roll for damage. Let me roll for damage a minute. So we got
Okay,
10
yeah.
on the first slash and 11 on the second slash.
okay, so how do you want to kill him?
So I'm gonna go up, quick movement. I'm gonna slice his one knee so he drops, and then as he drops, I'm gonna come literally from behind and just chop his head off.
Okay,
Slice
so you
down through the neck.
successfully come around the sides, severing into the arteries and the cartilage around their knee. The knee joint is hit with such a ferocity that it actually severs. So as they drop down onto the stump of their leg, with blood spurting out of it, that's when you bring the sword up in a sort of upwards motion, and rather than behead them, you cut the front half of their head off. And it's just sort of a bit of brain matter that then just splodges onto the floor where they originally stood. So that is one of the other porters down. We're moving on to combat 2 now.
Sorry. Just before you do we get one movement and one attack, or is it attack, or is it just with one of
You've done
either?
your attack. You could use a bonus action, which is to move if you wanted, or to heal.
I was gonna say, can I do a bonus action just to heal Brantsar?
You
Like,
can't-
just give him a
if you-
potion.
He's down, Harry. You can't take the potion.
If
Can
I
I-
was me, then I could do it.
Would
you
you have
was
to
to-
do the saving throw and then potentially do it?
No.
Like, oh, is he next turn?
So if you're gonna force feed a potion, that's gonna take your full action.
Yeah.
'Cause
Ah, okay.
you're making him do something.
Right. No, that's fine. Just double checking.
Okay. So, you're facing them at the moment. So Porter moves towards you, Rogar. What's your armor class?
19.
19. So neither of the strikes hit out. It then moves on to Solazina. It's your opportunity to sort of launch an attack. We've got 2 porters facing you at the moment.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do the old psychonic. Forgot what it's called. 1 second.
You're going to throw your boomerang at them.
Psychonic strike. No, I didn't get a boomerang thing.
His
You know,
axe is bloody a boomerang where he uses telekinesis on it.
don't upset me. Psychonic strike. So I'm gonna go at him with my Xena Caliber.
Yeah.
I'll roll for hit on that. 21.
Hit, yeah.
And then damage. 4. 13, so.
Okay, yeah. So do you want to go for the one on the left or the one on the right?
I go for the one on the left.
Okay, so as you go for the one on the left, you strike out, hitting them across the main chest area with your Xena Caliber, and it does deal damage. The blood starts to spurt out from a deep rending wound that they've acquired on their chest.
So my psychonic strike, as I do that, obviously the telekinesis hand axe then comes out again. And that goes as well. So do I need to roll hit again, or does that just damage?
No, roll hit again because it's a second weapon. Okay, you do
17.
hit and then damage for me, please.
7.
Okay, so the axe itself begins to spin out of nowhere, cresting over and around, sort of causing rends and wounds to appear on the back of the porter that's facing you. But they are still standing at the moment. Rogar, it's your turn now.
Yeah. You know when he says you can attack twice, do you have to attack the same enemy or can you attack a different enemy?
Well, I forget about that.
You could attack 2 different enemies.
Alright, cool. Are these 2 guys close together?
Yeah, within 10 feet of each other, facing you.
So I'm going to attack. First off, I'm going to attack the one that Solazine has already attacked.
Yeah.
I'm going to use my lance. Roll in for attack. 25.
Okay, so scores 25. That's a hit. And then your second, what were you going for damage straight away?
9.
Okay, so you hit the one that's already been injured, and he does drop down to his knee, but he's still standing at the moment. And the other one?
Correct. I'm going to attack the same person again.
Gonna attack the same person again, yeah?
21.
Okay, does hit, and if you can roll for damage for me, please. How do you want?
11.
How do you want to kill him?
So I'm just going to go in with my shield, smash him in the face with my shield, and then use the lance to finish him off.
Okay. So as you drive up with your shield, you can feel bones cracking underneath the sheer weight of it as it's brought up. The bones sort of begin to sever, you can feel. Then your lance goes in, and you can hear a gurgling as their sort of intestines tore to pieces, and whatever they ate in the morning begins to fill the room with an acrid stench as it begins to fill out through the hole that's been left by the lance in their stomach. As this happens, it then moves into our combat 3. So the first person to fight is Captain Sylvester, remembering you have a roll of advantage at the moment. So the way it works is that the gangplank is in a square with 2 offshoots heading towards the doors. So the quartermaster and 2 porters are stood in a line, and you are on this side at the moment, you and Jess from opposite angles.
So I will do my assassinate with both my daggers on the one that's closest to me.
Okay, yeah, if you can roll for that for me, please. You've also got advantage on the attack. Okay, so you do hit against the first porter, and you're going to do the second dagger as well.
Oh,
And
nice.
because,
2 hits, and if you can go for damage for me, please.
and because it's assassinate and they haven't seen me, it counts as critical, yeah?
Yeah, it does, yeah. So that's 20 damage. 8, 16 damage. Okay, so 36 damage. How do you want to kill him?
This time, instead of coming down from the top, I go
Up through the groin, yeah?
No, through the lungs, each side of the rib cage.
Okay, so as you move up behind them, you stealthily move, sort of using the banister as a means of keeping yourself level. As you move up towards the side, the first thing you do is you sort of propel yourself forward with your left foot, driving the dagger in between the gap of the rib cage. They gasp, and as they sort of lift up from the pain, you bring the dagger around to the right and hit them in the second side of the rib cage before tearing downwards, breaking their ribs as you come and pushing them over the banister. So you've successfully killed one of the porters. And it's now Ariana's turn.
So there's only 2 with us, wasn't there?
Yes, it is 2 porters and the quartermaster himself.
Okay, so I'm going to use my bonus action and use both my 2 weapon fighting.
Okay, yeah.
So in the rapier.
Go for it. So you do break the armor class. Up to you if you want to roll again. You have to anyway for the rapier.
I'm going to have to.
Okay, successful hits on both. If you can roll damage for both for me, please.
Yeah.
Bearing in mind, similar to Ed, this will act as a critical because that's the size. So that's 10. Then 11 damage. 22. 33. Okay, so you hit them and you do a lot of damage to them. So the 2 daggers and the rapier slash out across them, and they begin to sort of hunch over the railing. They are alive, but barely at the moment.
So he's pretty much down. We've got 1 left, yeah?
So you've got the quartermaster, yeah, still sort of there, and because you've taken or attacked the 2 people on either side, he is aware of you. So he begins to move towards Ariana first. And as he moves towards Ariana, he launches out with his own 2 short swords.
Yeah, so I'm actually going to react and use the uncanny dodge.
Okay, go for it.
It just says when an attacker that you can see hits you with an attack, you can use your reaction to half the attack's damage against you.
Okay, both. What's your armor class?
16.
Okay, so both hits have hit then. Okay, so it's halved and you only take 9 damage slashing now.
Okay.
Okay, and then he moves back into combat 1. Okay, so Brant is down and the other porter is now facing you head on, Bellamar. It launches with an almighty attack with his first sword.
Damn.
His second one misses, but scoring a critical, scores 26 points of damage against you on his first attack, driving you backwards.
Can someone do a quick math? 26 take away 50. 26 take away from 54.
You don't need to, just click it on the thing to drop your HP.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you just press the number.
Yeah,
in.
I've seen that. Right. Okay. That would have saved me so much time in previous combats.
Yeah, maybe. How do you think I've been doing it?
You're wasting precious brain cells. You need as much as you can gather.
Okay, it is your turn now, Bellamak. How do you plan to fight this one?
Okay, so same thing again. Just gonna go. Actually,
Well,
no. This time.
actually, my apologies, Brant. Can you make a saving throw for me first,
Oh yeah.
please?
When you first said he's gonna attack, I thought you had to do a saving throw.
So roll a d20.
A d20.
Yeah.
He's looking over there. It's like he's lost something.
Okay, what was it?
13.
13. Okay, you've got 1 success then on your saving throws. Okay, and now it moves into Bellamak.
Okay, Google.
one
Did
sec.
anyone else hear that at all?
No.
That was just my Google device shouting out, "Let's let mysteries be mysteries."
You sure
Okay.
you're going off? And now you break your pattern on you.
Okay, so Bellamark, how do you plan to take on this porter?
So since he hit me, and Brand Sav's down, I'm gonna go into rage just for this one. So I'm activating that, and then I'm gonna do reckless attack for this attack since this is my first attack against him. So
It's
let's
not
go.
your first attack against him.
This guy it is.
Oh no, he took damage from Brant's spell. Never mind, ignore me. Yeah, go for it.
So I got a 20 with the first hit. Oof.
You hit
24
on
with the
both.
second hit. What's that? Sorry, Cal.
You hit on both, so damage.
9 on that one. Ooh. And 13 on that one.
9 on that one, 13 on that one. Okay. 22 damage. They're still standing at the moment, but just barely. Okay.
Is there times when you sit and you're proud about how far we've come? You taught us the way of the D&D, and now we're all like quite, we're doing quite well in comparison.
To how we've been
I
previously.
feel like we.
Like
Sorry,
Padawan.
Cal, go on.
I feel like Vader.
No.
If I ever correct Grant, I almost have that Vader quote. Once I was the learner, now I am the master. Okay, so we're moving on to combat 2. So, as it stands currently, you're being face down directly Rogar and Solazina. So they launch out first to attack Rogar. And they do hit with their first attack. Oh, Jesus. No, sorry. That's the wrong one. I'm on the wrong person. I was going to say that's a lot of damage. That shouldn't be right for a short sword. Forgive me. I'll roll again. It's a good job because I missed with both, so there you go. Take that and leave it because I rolled on the wrong one. I did roll again and it did work in your favour. It's now your turn, Solazina.
Okay. Right, this time I'm going to remember that I've got 2 attacks as well. So, who's most damaged?
There's only one person you're facing. You killed the other.
Oh, right. Oh, okay. Right, well, I'm going to do the charge. Oh, no, they're quite close, aren't they?
Yeah, they're quite close, yeah.
Right, so I'm just going to do the same move again, where I do my hit on Xena Caliber first. 17.
Hit has hit, yeah.
13 damage.
Okay, yeah, that is a hit.
And then the hand axe comes across. Or not.
And it does not hit. So the hand axe does miss. Rogar, it's your turn. So you're facing this single porter at the back at the moment.
No worries. I'm going to attack him twice with my javelin. First one is
Oh, that was one attack.
9.
Okay, so it's unsuccessful.
Okay, second attack.
Okay, that's
25.
definitely successful. Do you want to roll for damage for me, please?
8.
8. Okay, so this, the sort of attack that you do launch, it does hit them, and it does start to cause some damage, and you can see that there's some rending and bleeding from where the lance has sort of impacted against their side, but they're still standing at the moment, and we move into combat 3. Ed and Jess, you no longer have the advantage, but there is one porter and a quartermaster still with you, so Ed, it's your turn. Captain Sylvester.
The quartermaster's closest to me, isn't it? Because he's turned to face.
The quartermaster's turn to face Jess, so you do have advantage on the quartermaster because he's not facing you.
Alright, so I use my 2 weapon fighting again, but I will fire a crossbow and then throw my dagger.
Go for it. So crossbow does miss and clatters off the side wall into the warehouse.
Do I not have advantage?
You do actually. Go for it again. Crossbow hits. Would you like to do your damage?
Do crossbow damage now.
Okay.
And my dagger. Do I need to roll again for my dagger?
You have missed yet, so roll again. You have missed again.
Alright, so just a 6 on the crossbow then.
Okay, so you have missed with both of those. It then moves on to Ariana. You're faced by both the porter and the quartermaster at the moment.
Oh, no. I hit with my crossbow. I missed with my dagger.
Yeah,
I had advantage, didn't I?
yeah, so you've missed the 2 daggers.
No, I did 1 crossbow, 1 dagger. So the crossbow hit and did 6 damage. Dagger, I missed.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I've subtracted the 6 damage. It's okay, I have subtracted it. It is there. It's got a cross in it.
I didn't think you could do the crossbow and the dagger.
Multi-attack.
Yeah, they're both light weapons.
So is this guy distracted by Captain Sylvester at the moment?
Not really. He's taken an attack in the back where he's felt the crossbow bolt, but he hasn't turned around. But you're faced by 2 enemies, not 1.
So the other one's pretty much dead.
But they're still aware of you, so you wouldn't gain an attack of advantage, because if you did attack one of them, the other one would then attack you.
Alright, I'm going to finish off the guy that's right next to me then.
Okay, roll for attack for me, please.
I will, but I'm going to use my bonus action of the 2 weapons fighting again.
Yeah, cool.
So I'll do both the dagger and the rapier. That's surely a hit.
Yeah, that's a hit.
I'll be.
Go for the damage on the dagger. Hey, do you want to kill him?
Slash his throat.
Okay, so as you move forward, you sort of lift yourself off of the sort of gangway. The dust and the sawdust of the warehouse is kicked up by your wings. As you do, you float up, going into a spinning arc. You arch your arm out with your dagger sort of clasped in your hand, and as it slashes across, it opens up the throat of the porter, and they collapse onto the gangway in front of you. The quartermaster at this point, bear with me, does strike out at you, Ariana.
Great, so I'm going to use my uncanny dodge.
Okay.
Ooh.
Both strikes land out to 19, so you'd round down at that point, if I'm right.
Yeah.
So, someone work that out for me, my brain's not working. 19, 20, so what? 8?
8.
There you go, 8 damage, so you take 8 damage from that attack.
Okay.
Okay, so we move back into combat 1. So Bellamac, you're currently faced by one of them. What was
Just a
your
quick
armor class?
question. In regards to your specials, can you use both specials? Like, they're just your special thing you can do. It doesn't take an extra action or anything, does it?
Don't
No?
think so, no.
You can use both of them realistically. So I got, obviously, extra attack, plus I've got a special that will take a spell slot. So that's the cost of it, isn't it? Yeah, okay, cool. Sweet.
Bellamac, what's your armor class?
18.
Okay, so the second strike hits and causes 11 damage to you.
Oh, sauce.
What's your HP currently?
17.
17, okay. So, Brant, can you make another saving throw for me, please?
D20, yeah?
D20, yeah.
Seventeen.
17, so you've made another successful saving throw. One more and you'll be back at 1 HP. Okay, Bellamac, it's your turn.
So ID. So obviously still in rage at this point. So let's just go for an all-out attack and let's see what we get. Oh, that's worked. So we got a 7 for that one.
Okay, so that misses.
Got a 16 for that one.
That does hit. If you can roll for damage for me, please.
14.
14. Where are we looking here now? Okay, yep. How do you want to kill him?
I'm just gonna go for it. Just parry his sword out of the way, take it out of his hand, stick it in his gut, just hold him in the air, and then just launch him off.
I don't think I can sum it up better than Belamac here. Nice and simple way of killing them. At this point, Zavros, you enter through the main doors. Combat 1 has been removed, so Zavros and Belamac, you have the choice of either choosing to join Combat 2, which is where Solazina and Rogar are fighting at the back, or you have the choice of joining Combat 3, where Ariana and Captain Sylvester Shadows are fighting.
So
We'll pick Brantsar up, and then I'll start making my way over to where Captain Sylvester and Ariana are.
Okay, so you begin to move up the steps to join Combat 3. Roll for initiative for me, please.
14.
14, okay. Let me add you into the initiative order. Okay. So adding you into the initiative order, well, Belamac stabilises Brant. I'll allow Brant to be stabilised. He needs to make one more saving throw, but because you're no longer in combat, I'll happily allow you to give him a health potion, where he's down at the moment, to bring him back. Okay, but the attacks continue as Rogar, fighting at the sort of rear end, is hit again. This time taking 9 damage to the sort of just above the scaly part of their shield. So they have taken 9 damage. Solazina, it's your turn.
Sorry, Rogar. If I was paying more attention, I could have protected you then.
It's all good. I got plenty of health. You're good.
Oh, there we are then. Right, I'm going to remember I got 2 freaking actions this time. We've still got the one guy, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm just going to go for 2 attacks with Xena Caliber.
2 attacks with Xena Caliber, yeah.
Yeah, so that's definitely it.
Yeah, that's definitely a hit.
16
Don't
damage.
even bother rolling again. How do you want to kill him?
Right, so... Hang on. I don't know. So, right.
Do you want
so
me to invent an inview?
No, I'm going to charge up. I'm going to slash left. And I'm going to slash right. And then I'm going to drive it straight up through his neck and out the back of the head.
Okay, so as you do that, you notice that the fragments of their spinal column just attaching their neck to the base of their head breaches outwards out of the back of their neck, and their neck just slumps forward onto your sword as you do it. As their head slumps down onto your sword, it carves a massive gash along the front, so the sword is sort of half carved their mouth open, and your sword is where their tongue is now. You're just holding them upright at the moment. So I've moved the initiative order for Jan and Damo into the fight against the Quartermaster, so it's now Captain Sylvester's turn.
I'll get into melee range, and I'll use my 2-weapon fighting again with my short sword and my last remaining dagger.
Yep, go for it. Okay, it is not a hit. And it is not a hit. So both attacks miss. It moves now on to Ariana, who's facing the Quartermaster.
Yeah, so I'm going to do the same as Captain Sylvester and use my 2-weapon again. That's a hit.
That's a hit.
So's that.
And that's a hit as well. Okay, go for your damage for me, please. Eight, 9. Okay, great. That is 17 of damage. Okay, So you do manage to cause some rends and some slashes across them, but it seems to sort of infuriate them more than anything. Rogars become the Men in Black these days. It appears, just judging by their camera at the moment.
Men in Black.
Savros, it's your turn.
So what, in terms of this quartermaster, is it just him or someone else there with Ariana and
Just
Captain
him, they've
Fire?
killed the other 2 porters. All the porters are dead. So in total, you've killed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 porters. It's just the quartermaster left now. Well, 9 porters realistically, because you took 2 out yourself earlier.
Alright, cool. I'll just go in with the Eldritch Blast then.
Go for attack for me, please.
20.
Does hit and damage.
14.
Because does strike them, and they are injured, but it doesn't take them down. They are still standing. At this point, they go for another attack on Ariana as they're the closest.
Oh, will you?
What's your armor class?
16.
Okay, neither attack lands. Both of the attacks miss. And it then moves on to Solazina, who's run up the steps to join the fight as well.
Just checking my tight ass brother donated the fiver like I told him to.
And has he?
He has.
There you go.
What am I doing? Sorry?
It's your attack against the quartermaster.
Oh, the quartermaster's having it. Right, okay. How far away is the quartermaster from me?
You probably 20 feet away from him now. You've got a
Lovely.
gateway in between.
Lovely. Okay. Right, so am I on the same level as him?
You are on the same level as him. You've run up the stairs.
Perfect. Right. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my charge. So I'm going to dash towards him.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do my melee attack. And if I hit, then I gain an extra 5 bonus damage.
Extra 5 bonus damage. Go for it.
Yeah.
Okay, it does hit. And if you can roll for damage for me, please. Okay.
16 damage with the bonus.
How do you want to kill him?
Oh, and not again. I'm tired of killing these. Right, okay. So, I'm going to, this time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stab down into his feet, pinning him to the floor.
Okay, so he cries out in pain as his foot is pierced.
Yes, this quartermaster seems like a bit of a weirdo to me. So as I pull my sword out of his foot, I'm going to swing upwards, slicing through his testicles. And then as my sword comes up, I'm then going to jam it into his mouth.
Don't think I can sum that up any better than you have. Okay, so the quartermaster drops dead in front of you. So that means you are now out of combat. You've successfully defeated all of the enemies in the warehouse. What would you like to do? So the warehouse itself, you've got 7 sort of porters' bodies, and you've got a quartermaster's body as well. And you've got a
I'm
I'm
gonna-
going to do sleight of hand doing a... Well, no, I don't need sleight of hand because there's no one here. I'm just going to go and have a look and see what they've got.
I love how Ariana is more concerned about stealing the gold than finding her friend in the warehouse. We've just done all that fighting to find your friend, and you're more concerned about the gold you can get first.
Sounds about right.
You friend.
Okay, so as you search the quartermaster's body, you don't find any gold on them, unfortunately. The quartermaster is not carrying any gold. However, they are carrying a full inventory list and a note saying to come to a certain sewer entrance at a specific time with a passcode.
Right, well, we're keeping that. Who's going to look after that?
Sure, isn't it?
Right, I put my little bag.
You're on mute, Brant.
No, he just nodded.
No, Brant,
I
not
here?
Brant.
Oh,
Am I healed? I'm
No.
not, am I?
No, you're not. No, none of you are.
Cheers. Someone, I'm still laying on the floor here.
Oh, give you a healing potion.
No, I told you Bellamat could use the healing potion on you.
Oh,
Okay.
So you roll. So roll 2d4
Plus two.
and then +2, I believe it is.
Right.
What do I have to do? I have to.
Yeah. So you roll 2d4, and then whatever you get of those to add like 2 onto each dice, or 2 onto.
Okay, can I scour the warehouse now?
Yeah, honestly,
My friend is there. Or any clues?
Yeah, you can scour the warehouse, yeah.
Do I need to roll for anything or just go?
Okay, so no, you can just go. You can carry out a perception check if you wanted to try and find out more about the warehouse.
No, I just want to find her.
Okay, so you look along and you can see the sort of collection of fairy dust is moving through from where the crate broke earlier. The crate itself isn't very big; it's about this big in total. It's made of wood that's splintered, and you can see there's jars of fairy dust inside that crate.
Is there anything on the jars, like labels or anything?
There's no labels on the jars other than to say it's fairy dust of the Feywilds.
That doesn't give us any information. What was that whole fight about?
You've got something off the quartermaster, I believe.
Oh yeah, the place we gotta go. Yeah.
Ariana does not seem too impressed.
No, I am. I
Another
really
fight.
feel deep inside. My untired body is jumping for joy. Me, however,
So I'm on 5 HP because I rolled rolled the 4 and a 1, yeah?
You roll 2 4s, that's 8. Plus 2 is 10.
10, is it?
Yeah.
quick maths.
Well, I'm going to heal everyone. now.
Oh, yeah.
Yourself, man. I'm fine. I got full health.
I got full health as well.
Well,
If you want to heal
I
me,
mean,
Ben,
I
that's
could do
fine.
with something, but I have got a healing potion I can use myself.
Ben, quick lesson. Don't go past 2 fucking doors when you're the You're supposed to be behind us, healing us. Everyone's fucking healing you.
I'm going to use my healing to heal. I think
You?
you need healing, don't you?
It's the two of you that went charging through the front doors that he's
I do.
healing.
you need
Alright.
to heal yourself.
Come close then, and I'll touch you.
With haste, I move towards Bransar.
Yeah, come in. Let me touch. There we are. I touch your forehead.
Such a cleric.
There we go.
This chair, recline.
So have you healed me with 14 of you?
14, yeah.
Yeah, 14.
Cool. I thus feel the warm embrace of Bransar and feel better.
Oh, that really didn't sound right. Really didn't sound right. Probably a good time to just shout out for those who are watching this retrospectively on YouTube. We are at this point close to 19 hours into our 24-hour stream, so we are getting there slowly. Just to shout out, our original aim was to raise £500. I believe that we are currently on 630. So we have smashed the target that we were looking to raise for Latch charity. This is in addition to the £590 that was raised for Latch charity with our steps goal of circumnavigating the circumference of Wales last month. So in total now we've raised, I'm not doing the quick maths, over £1,000 for Latch charity, which is an incredible charity that supports those families that have had their children diagnosed with cancer. Which again is
260.
Thank you. Which again, unfortunately, those who were diagnosed with cancer is truly horrific for their families. Really sorry, haven't got the enthusiasm that I did 19 hours ago. However,
if you can donate, please visit the Just Giving page.
Donate, please visit the Just Giving page. Just for a shout out for those who do potentially end up watching this on YouTube, we're going to leave the Just Giving page active for a while afterwards for anyone that watches this retrospectively and makes the decision to donate. Again, we'd really appreciate it. Where everyone is in the warehouse right now, we're going to move to a short 10-minute break. to allow our players to have a rest before we move into the next stage, because it'll be a 2-hour stage where they move on to the next segment of the campaign. After that, then we'll be moving into a music hour and then on to the final sort of push before the end. Sound good?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, you can see what stage we're at the moment. Okay, so we're going to move on to a brief break now, and we'll be back shortly. Thank you again.
For you, I tried to win it too, but all day long this song kept playing through. And I heard you say, here's the line, I just can't keep these feet of mine from running just to see what they can find. And don't tell me I've got to be just like you. I can see it in your eyes, you wanna sing with me tonight. I'm a little bit off the wall. Girl, what you need, ADHD for me. If you're feeling what I'm feeling, maybe it's time you say you're a little bit just like me. You tell me I need peace of mind, so take these pills and stabilize. Just let it die and say goodbye to me. You won't say you wanna be just like me, 'cause maybe you won't turn back again. Oh, don't tell me I've got to be just like you. I can see it in your eyes, you wanna sing with me tonight. I'm a little bit off the wall. Girl, what you need, ADHD for me. If you're feeling what I'm feeling, maybe it's time you say you're a little bit just like me. Let's take a little time to just daydream, slip from under the mainstream view of paradise. Close your eyes, let your mind take flight. Maybe you'll learn to fly singing with me. Don't tell me I've got to be just like you. Don't tell me I've got to be just like you. Oh, don't tell me I've got to be just like you. I can see it in your eyes, you wanna sing with me tonight. A little bit off the wall. Yeah. Girl, what you need, ADHD for me. If you're feeling what I'm feeling, maybe it's time you say you're a little bit just like me. Feels like we danced into a nightmare. We're living 1984. If doublethink no longer fiction, we'll dream of Huxley's island shores. Waking life, it lets us down. So close your eyes and melt away. In the middle of the night, I can dream away. Change what I like and go back to the future again. In the middle of the night, gonna scream your name. Bring you to life and go back to the future again. In the middle of the night. Oh. Now So close your eyes and melt away. In the middle of the night, I can dream away. Change what I like and go back to the future again. In the middle of the night, gonna scream your name. Bring you to life and go back to the future again. In the middle of the night. Take me back to the future. Let's go back to the future. Let's go back to the future. In the middle of the night, gonna dream away. Bring you to life and go back to the future again. In the middle of the night. In the middle of the night. In the middle of the night. Took you like a shot. I thought that I could chase you with the cold evening. Let a couple years water down how I'm feeling about you. And every time we talk, every single word builds up to this moment. And I gotta convince myself I don't want it, even though I do. You could break my heart in two, but when it heals, it beats for you. I know it's forward, but it's true. I know I'd go back to you. I wanna hold you when I'm not supposed to. When I'm lying close to someone else, you're stuck in my head, and I can't get you out of it. If I could do it all again, I know I'd go back to you. Never got it right, playing and replaying old conversations, overthinking every word, and I hate it 'cause it's not me. And what's the point in hiding? Everybody knows we got unfinished business, and I regret it if I didn't say that this isn't what it could be. You could break my heart in two, but when it heals, it beats for you. I know it's forward, but it's true. I know I'd go back to you. I wanna hold you when I'm not supposed to. When I'm lying close to someone else, you're stuck in my head, and I can't get you out of it. If I could do it all again, I know I'd go back to you. You can break my heart in two, but when it heals, it beats for you. I know it's forward, but it's true. Won't lie, I'd go back to you. You know my thoughts are running loose. It's just a thing you make me do. And I could fight, but what's the use? I know I'd go it's up to me to face the gravity of my situation, and love will conquer the dust and hatred that I always choose. Oh, why's it gotta be like this? Cause it always ends up like it. Oh, and now I spend my life on another empty lie. What about the other times that I felt so in control, and inconsistency is taking over all of me, and everything I need to be is so far from who I am. Oh, I must confess that I'm a human. There's only so much I can do before I explode. I know that I'm a mess at the moment, but so is the ocean, and it still makes waves. I'll keep on moving on, but I'm really not moving on. Oh, and now I spend my life on another empty lie. What about the other times that I felt so in control, and inconsistency is taking over all of me, and everything I need to be is so far from who I am, and I spend my life on an empty lie. Oh, let it go, just let it go, and I spend my life on an empty lie. Oh, let it go, just let it go. Raise my hands to the open sky above, and rejoice in simple love from the peace within. Oh, I always seem to wait, but I never contemplate on the momentary space that we call now. Oh, and now I spend my life on another empty lie. What about the other times that I felt so in control, and inconsistency is taking over all of me, and everything I need to be is so far from who I am, and I spend my life on an empty lie. Oh, let it go, just let it go, and I spend my life on an empty lie. Oh, let it go, just let it go.
Sorry, not quite as quick on the triggers at this point. See, we're getting close now to the end. I seem to be slowly losing my dress at this point. I've still got my green shirt on and my face paint, but that's good enough as it stands. So we have 4 viewers at the moment, so I'm going to switch over to our general channel and see how many of them are actually us.
Itchy bum syndrome.
I'll come back in.
Well, I know
I'll
what we
come
need
back
to do.
into an interesting comment there. Didn't expect that comment as I came back in. So, what's this about bum syndrome or itchy bum syndrome?
I just got an itchy bum, as in my cheeks. Like the actual cheeks are just itchy from where I've just been sat.
Sat here for ages.
Yeah.
This is the longest I've been sat down in months.
Ariana, that's not going to help sleepiness. That's not going to help.
Jess is just cocooning up. This is just asking for trouble. She's trying to. She's actually got some. She's got some brushes. Yeah, some sweeping brushes to prop her back up so she can fall asleep sat up.
Yeah, that's what I've been getting.
Okay, so probably a good shout out to say now we are 19 hours into our stream at this point. So we've still got 5 hours yet to go. How do we all feel?
Like I don't like you anymore.
Are you okay?
My waves are getting worse. It's like, initially it was like that, and now it's like...
Well, I went like that. I'm like this. So I'm thinking in this hour, rather than everyone get really sleepy, Callum, you need to get your steps in. I'm thinking instead of having an hour's rest, we do a kind of Joe Wicks, Callum Tuft exercise session.
Are you really sure you want to do that?
Well, yeah, it's everyone's blood pumping, isn't it?
Get your ass into the gym then, or Matt, you on the treadmill.
I bought one of those weighted hula hoops.
Oh yeah, mad there. Took a bit of time to get them going.
Does it?
Bella
Yeah,
Mac, are you alive?
Yeah, I'm here.
What was it? Was you in trouble?
No. No one's in trouble.
That's a yes.
That's
You
a
like?
yes.
No.
No, not in trouble. I'm not in trouble.
Trouble, but I won't be talking for the next 2 hours.
What he's trying to do is turn it down so no one can hear.
Has Lauren killed you?
Well, no, I'm talking, so no.
No. He threw the right.
Is that because you rolled higher on your initiative order than Lauren and it's your turn?
Nah, that's because I got better armor class.
Okay, I didn't ask you about your armor class. I asked you if it was your turn or not. I'm guessing that it is, and that's why you're not dead yet. Seeing as Lauren's not here, I'll roll for her. Okay, she scored a critical hit on a roll against you. Genuinely, definitely scored a critical hit there.
Slap on the head.
Yeah, you've taken, as should we say, 30 damage.
Oh, well, I left the chat, so sorry.
Yeah,
You don't count, you can't hear it.
Yeah, it doesn't count if you don't hear it.
I'm paused, mate.
Where's your camera, Bella Mac?
It's here, don't worry.
Not that I have to say, the frame rate from Harry's camera, this whole thing has reminded me of Prime Office 95 on floppy disk this whole time.
Yeah, it's been on. To be fair, my phone's lasted off charge doing the stream longer than my iPad has on charge.
Mate, the reason why your phone's lasted is because it's that shit signal. It's not even using any power.
Yeah, you're sort of like
It's
doing
Android,
this, huh?
mate.
You're sort of
Android
going like
is
this.
dead.
You're doing this.
All this.
That's Android. They're dead, isn't he?
Don't insult Android. I'm Android. Android race. This is your phone. Right then. So we're still in the warehouse at the moment. I know every time I say right then, Ed sort of goes, it sort of comes out of whatever trance he's in to continue. Okay, so we're in a position now where we're at the warehouse and there are a ton of bodies, and you've been given a sort of reference to say to come to the sewers at a specific time and to say a passcode. What would you like to do? So you've still got a couple of bodies to be able to loot, and you've found the fairy dust in the warehouse and have an inventory list.
What's the inventory list?
I'm gonna. No, I'm not. I don't know what I'm doing.
I thought we was going to just put all the bodies together like last time and just fix it.
Burn
Yeah.
it.
What?
Burn it down.
Search of the bodies.
Your friend's still in there.
Just to see if anyone's been stupid enough to write the password down.
The passcode is on the one on the quartermaster.
Oh, right.
Am I right? Ariana's friend's still in there.
Ariana's friend isn't in there. It's just crates of fairy dust.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Is there anything else in the warehouse?
You can carry out a perception check. You can also carry out an insight check on the quartermaster's inventory logs as well.
I'll do an insight check because I've got that.
Hang on, didn't the guy in the beer place say that he's got loads of fairy dust? Is that where we got this thingy from? Didn't the guy at one point say, "I've got loads of fairy dust"?
No, the guy in the tavern said that he didn't, but Schemo said that he had deliveries.
No, in the apothecary. What's
Yeah,
his
the
name?
apothecary.
You just speak to him again.
Schemo.
So can we sell the fairy dust to the guy in the tavern so we can make those fairy?
No. What that? Which guy? Oh, the tavern. Okay. Yeah. Should we go to the sewer or wherever we need to go?
Why are we going?
We gotta go to a sewer, don't we? Sewer entrance.
We do. I just did an
At a
insight
specific
roll.
time.
Does that give me anything?
Yeah, so the insight roll shows you that the logs of the inventory have a number of sort of potched out marks that you notice are sort of written in between in a code. The code itself references cargo of a different kind being moved through the sewer system.
I'm going to roll a persuasion check and ask the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle what the sewer network looks like.
Okay, roll a persuasion check for me, please.
Watch this, I can go invisible. Ready? Now you see me? Now you know.
16.
Got a 16 on a persuasion check, yeah? You don't hear nothing back from him.
Is that not good?
Okay, so you've been given the options and you know what the next steps are now. Are you going to move to there or are you going to try and do something in the city first?
I think we go to the sewers.
I think we go to the sewers.
I'm going to take a healing potion then, because I've not got a lot of health.
How much health you got?
21 out of 38.
Okay, come over and I'll touch you.
Feel his warm embrace, Jess.
So I float over, ready to be like I've never been touched before.
Oh, this is
Right. I'm gonna cast, and I'm gonna roll. I've touched you on the forehead.
My wings flutter.
Like a virgin, but for the very first time.
17.
Oh, I'm that tired. I thought I still had the book in my lap then. Oh,
Bang it right up to full. Thank you very much.
That's okay. Sorted. Should we go?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so as you move off, my face paint is properly.
Can I just pause? Has anyone got any healing potion for me?
Yeah,
I've still got full health. I don't think I've been attacked in this whole.
I think I got 1 or 2 in my inventory.
I think I've still got 2 left.
For anyone
Actually, I might have
who is watching, which I don't think there's anyone at this time other than our party, part 4 of our charity stream has just gone live on YouTube. So part 1, part 2, part 3, and part 4 are all live on YouTube now.
Are you still on part 1?
Can I use 2? I've got 2 potions of healings. Can I use 2 on me?
You can, yeah.
Do whatever you want.
So it's a D4, isn't it?
Yeah.
12 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2. And what are you looking for, Ben?
Oh, this is.
Was one of them off me? Ariana, or what? Do I need to take it off? Anyway.
So I'm going to do it again.
People, we're less than 5 hours. We've got less than 5 hours remaining.
Yeah.
When you say it like that, it sounds like loads. Dang.
What's up?
Well, no, if you went in and did a 10 till 2 shift, that's nothing, isn't it? You get 4 hours, that's a breeze. Let's be fair. You go in and do a 4-hour shift, it's easy.
I know, I did that for years.
We're more than 3/4 of the way there.
If you say you go.
Anyone else give me a healing potion?
It's a lot different.
What's that?
Anyone else want to give me a healing potion?
I thought you had to.
You're just taking everyone's healing.
Yeah, I'm only on. I'm still about halfway.
Can you not
I
heal
was
yourself
completely-
again?
Yeah,
How much health you got? Ben, did you
23 out of 43.
Can you touch yourself?
I didn't take that one. Oh, you gave me one, did you?
Mine's a greater health, so you get 4d plus 4.
4D. D4, yeah?
That's my last one. So if I die or if I'm injured, I expect you to touch me, like you've never touched anyone before.
How many of these do I do? Roll. D4.
4Ds plus 4.
No, it's 2d4 plus.
No, he's got a greater healing potion.
Got a greater one.
44
5.
plus 4.
That's what I said.
I'm
tempted to do it for him. I feel like
So,
9.
It's
No,
so
come on,
infuriating.
mate.
What
Let him
have
work out
you
his
Each
basic
one
maths.
individually.
9,
Oh
9,
my
9, 9, 9, 9, 11 plus 4, yeah?
Yeah.
15.
What have you done?
All right, that'll do.
How did you only get
38.
15 rolled?
You only have to press it 4 times. You don't have to roll it 4 separate times.
13.
Huh? Plus 4.
Yeah, you press
I was on
4
11
times and
plus
it'll
4.
roll all of them.
Yeah, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 rolls on D4s for you, Ben.
Yeah, I know. Like, I've used 2 of my healing potions as well. I got 2.
Right, I'll give you that then.
Ben, listen, if you just wait, the likelihood is of us going into another fight straight away is very slim.
Yeah, we
I
go.
don't know. I've done it
Okay.
anyway.
Oh.
So, as you begin to sort of leave the warehouse area, are you wanting to leave it as it is, or what do you want to do?
Leave it as it is, leave a message.
Okay, let's move on.
Okay, so you're leaving a message for the myriads, okay? So as you begin to wander out, you've got a crudely drawn map that's on the quartermaster's sort of pocket that you took from their inventory. The crudely drawn map leads you through the cobblestone street to Beaded Alley, back out towards the sort of rundown area and shanty shacks that is part of Port Demalia. And as you pass through these shanty shacks, there's a small sewer grate. That as you begin to climb down opens up onto what would normally be like a large cistern area, but in fact leads off to a tunnel that has been drained of water that you begin to walk down, water and sewage. As you walk down the tunnel, you bump into a rather sort of large but skittish half-elf that sat on a stool out front of a metal gate. Can I have the password from you, please?
Yeah. What is it? Yeah, what is it?
Password is Fireball.
Yeah, it's Fireball.
Okay, so you're the new combatants then.
Oh.
Interesting. Go on through and speak to the bookmaker. I'm sure that we'll have a bout lined up for your signature brand. Head on through then.
Huddle, huddle, huddle.
They're not going to fight themselves. Okay.
Off we go.
So as you huddle through, you can see that there's a number of fighters, all of sort of different races, different classes, all sharpening different weapons all along the walls and sitting on stools and getting ready to go into a fight. You can see that there's this almost brutish-looking dwarf that's walking around between them with a notepad and a book in their hands, as well as a rather large warhammer that's strapped to their back that's almost twice their size. Brand's eyes are lighting up. The warhammer is twice their size and sort of peeking out over their shoulder, where the main handle is. So as they're walking between the fighters, you have a fight on the next bout. You'll be fighting 3 of the cargo. You shall be fighting another 4 of the cargo, so you'll be doing it as a group session. Do we have any more fighters that have come in? Some of the ones that upstairs were meant to bring us some new fighters. I'm assuming it's this bunch of rabble that's just walked into my establishment.
Yup.
Good, you green man. You're going to fight for me.
Looks like it.
No, I'm not betting on you.
I won last time.
Yeah. Good one for me.
Okay, green man, I have a bout that's coming up. I need you to choose 2 more fighters to fight alongside you.
I'll fight.
I want to.
I'd probably choose the fighters, no offense.
No, not me. Not me. I'll just touch.
Okay.
Just correct.
I'm a fighter.
Okay.
What's the situation?
So to be clear with you.
Can I take Rogar and I'll take Zolazina. Why not?
Well, you would have had trouble if you didn't. Let me tell you.
Listen up
I'm
here
sure I
now.
would have.
Listen up here now. As you enter into the arena, you'll be faced against 3 opponents. The opponents will be using unarmed strikes, and you will also be using unarmed strikes. Now, if you win your bout, you'll earn yourselves 20 gold each, and then you'll move into the next sort of area, shall we say. So 20 gold each, your party will exist with you. So the fairy, the man that's staring me up and down over there with his mohawk and elvish ears, and the Damphia, yes, I can tell what you are from here, is staring me up and down. We've had enough Damphia here, believe me. So, this is how it's going to work. We're going to enter you down into the listings and fights. The enemies that you are going to be fighting today are 3 sailors taken off a previous Clovis Concord ship that was attacked. They were claimed by Revelry pirates and sold to us in Broken Bank before the island was taken. Okay, so you're going to move down now and begin the fight.
Really? Can I just get touched by Ben? How much can you heal me by?
You want to be touched?
Yes, please touch me. Touch me in the morning.
Can you touch the 3 of us?
You, fairy, I have a special
Okay.
event for you.
Take your time, Ben.
Yeah, no, I will.
Oh, with these bouts, yeah, it's unarmed strikes, yeah, but can you use like the psychic power that you have that's unarmed?
Unarmed strikes only.
Just punches.
Yeah, so there's a magic dampening field that's preventing you from using any magic. It's going to be unarmed strikes only.
I'm not going to touch you, Damo. I will do I'll do a healing word.
All right, cool. Go on. What word is it?
Oh my god. 7.
7.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
So at this point now, so you've all agreed that you're going into the bout. So it'll be Rogar, Belamac, and Solazina.
All at the same time?
All at the same time. It's a 3v3 bout.
Ah, nice.
Just to be clear to you, you are able to bet on these fights for those of you staying behind. You, fairy, I have my own fairy to fight against with you. You'll be in the next bout after them.
Ooh.
Can I gather around the fighters a second?
Yeah.
Can we bet on ourselves?
Gather round. I bless you all.
All right. Okay. What does that do?
Damage.
No, it basically
his Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Fucking how many times have we been through this?
attack. You roll a d4 after you've done the attack.
All right, cool. All right,
Magic
okay.
dampening field.
Brilliant.
Who's that
Yeah.
for?
There's no magic involved because of the dampening field.
Yeah, before we go in.
Yeah, but
That's
if
for the three.
Yeah, it's just going to get rid of it as soon as you walk through.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right,
wow.
let's do it. Let's go fight. Come on. Spit spot.
Okay. Can we bet on ourselves though?
Absolutely, you can bet on yourself how much you're going to put down. I do appreciate some levels of overconfidence.
Now, is it a bet on all 3 of us, or are we all singles?
No, you bet on each a group overall.
Okay, I'll bet on the group, and I'll put 50 gold down.
Which group?
Our group.
Just need to clarify. You never know. Zavros, you, the man with the mohawk. What is your plan for this? Are you going to be involved in any of the bouts today?
Oh, what have you got for me?
Well, we do have our own form of magician that could potentially fight against you. They were taken from, let me see, Bisaft Isle, that was recently captured by the Revelry pirates. They captured a mage as part of the attack that seized Bisaft Isle, and they have encompassed and sold this one to us for 200 gold. If they fight you and they win, they will win their freedom.
No, I think I'll just be
Absolutely
here for some
pathetic. I
betting.
expected nothing less.
Boys, throwing me down.
With my bless thing, yeah, because it's on a second level. You can target an additional creature as well.
Okay, but the blast isn't going to work because as soon as they
Ah.
walk,
Go on. You say?
It isn't going to work.
Ah.
There's a ward around the arena, so as soon as we step in it negates the bless anyway.
You're not going to be able to heal them from outside the arena either.
Should have said. I knew you said something. I didn't know what you said though. It's like, okay, yeah, that's cool.
Okay, so are you ready to walk into your bait then?
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
go.
I want to put 200 on them.
You can put 200 on them.
Was that all?
27 gold on him.
7.
Fair fight, a fair
Really?
bout. Seems that you're not
Oh.
lacking for gold. It's very rare that we have fighters of your caliber come down here and begin to fight us.
I'm going to put 200 gold on.
Very well. Please deposit the
It's gonna be
gold.
catastrophic now, innit? We're gonna be fucking 3 of the tanks are gonna get killed.
Please deposit the gold with the bookie on the left-hand side of the arena. They will take the gold and all of the betting odds.
Oh, do I need to minus it?
I'm gonna bet 300. What do we get back? What's the odds?
As it stands at the moment, you are favourites to win, so 1 to 3 odds.
27.
1 to 3.
So it's
Terrible.
3 to 1.
It's nothing. You said
Your favour.
I don't know how to calculate that one. I only know the basic ones. 3 to 1.
It's basically so. I bet 200. I bet 200. So if you guys win, I get a third of that back. So I get my bet and the third on top.
I bet 200 as well.
Okay, I got in 300, so I would get what's that? 75 back.
Is this a fight to the death, or it's just
If you bet 300
This
and it was
is
1 to 3, you get your 300 back and 100.
Oh, nice. All right, cool.
This is absolutely a fight to the death, and I wouldn't expect it to be anything otherwise.
we can't throw it then?
All right, cool. Are we in there then?
Absolutely not.
What do these other guys look like? Let's go.
Okay, so as you begin to walk down the arena, you can hear almost this rhythmic chanting, and you can hear this sort of sound ringing out from outside. And we have another bout on the way here. Again, another 3 captured from a Clovis Concord ship by the Revelry. And they face off against 3 intrepid adventurers. A fight to the death, bare knuckles. Who will win? And who will fall? Find out now. Roll for initiative for me, please.
Jess is literally hanging in there. Hanging in.
Yeah, hanging in.
Hanging and hanging
Come on,
in.
Jess. You only got like 4.5 more hours.
Thanks, Hannah.
You got it.
I got 23.
The only way that I can tell that Grant isn't sleeping is he just moves every so often and picks up his phone.
Damo,
Yeah,
what's your initiative? And Solazina?
bro. My initiative is 7.
Okay, Solazina?
7.
7 as well?
Shall I re-roll again?
No, moving on to my rolls now. Okay, 15, 16, and 3. Okay, so as you walk into the arena, you can see these almost burly looking sailors. You can tell they spent a lot of time at sea. They have quite large arms, but they're in these almost tumultuous rags that are hanging off them at the moment. These rags don't look to be of a good quality at all. They seem to be almost malnourished. They're very badly injured and shivering as well. But there's almost a rabid desperation in their eyes as they enter the arena. As soon as the bell hits, the bout begins, and they begin to rush forward really quickly, seeing this as an opportunity to seize the advantage. So as they're rushing forward, the first one launches an attack on you as the Dragonborn. And is unable to hit, but they do have 2 hands, and they miss with both. The second sailor then rushes forward to engage Solazina. and hits on the first strike and hits on the second strike. Solazina takes 12 points of damage as both of the burly fists strike into her chest. Then moves on to Harry. Bellaman.
Cool. So obviously gonna roll twice, see what we get. Oh, I just almost landed on a 15. So we get 12 for that one.
Okay, so 12 doesn't hit.
And 16.
16 does.
Cool. And then I'm just gonna move it away. There we go. Hang on. What's it doing here? Sorry. Oh, is it just... Don't I roll a dice for a bludgeoning damage then? Is it just a 3?
It's literally just a 3.
Oh, it says undefined, so I'm assuming it must just be...
Your unarmed strike will be... Hang on. I have to come out and go into you.
So yeah, when I'm clicking on it, it doesn't even roll... Yeah, there's no dice for roll.
It's not working at the moment. I've noticed the dice rolls haven't been coming through to me. Okay, hang on.
It's not...
Oh,
see, on the... What's that?
You're 3. You do
It is
undefined.
3, isn't it?
Yeah, it is 3.
Oh, okay. That's fine. This was just 3.
Okay, so you do 3 damage to the 1. As you strike them, they go down to 1 knee. Quite a bruising hit on them. You can tell that they seem to be really injured, that they're really sort of struggling to stand at the moment. At this point, it moves on to Rogar.
Sweet. Okay. So I'm gonna do first off. I'm gonna do my 2 attacks. Yeah. So I'm gonna roll for my attacks first off. Obviously, they're unarmed attacks. So I'll do my first one, which is 14. Is that hit or miss?
14 is a hit.
Cool. And I'll do my second one, which is 14 as well. So I'm assuming that's a hit.
That's a hit.
Cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Divine Smite. So what that does, it does an extra... Hang on. It does an extra 2d8 extra radiant damage. Let me do my hits first off. So first one is just 5 bludgeoning. So they're both 5 bludgeoning.
Okay, don't worry about it. So as you strike out with both of your fists, hitting them straight in the face and the maw, they drop to the earth, barely breathing. So they're struggling to stand at the moment, and now they're gone. You've wiped them out with 2 punches. That's one of them down.
Oh, okay, so I've got my other punch. So I'll punch the other one, but I use my radiant damage, yeah?
Yeah.
So it's 2, what was it? 2d8, wasn't it? 2d8. Where's the d8? Which one's the d8? I don't know. How do I know which one? On the side, which one is it?
Is it the diamond one, the D8?
There you go, 2d8. Yeah, done it for you.
Okay, sweet. What was the damage?
10.
Add it on to 5.
Okay, so the second one you move around and you clatter again, and they drop to the turf as well. So you've taken 2 of them down.
Is that they're out?
They're out.
Wow.
Check me out. Yeah, alright, okay, go on.
Okay, moves then on to and Solazina.
Okay, so Solazina is going to use Charger, dashing up to the enemy. Going to do obviously the melee. So 22 hit.
Okay, yeah, so 22.
And then damage is +5, so 13.
And the third one drops as well to the turf. None of them have any life in them. They barely had anything in them at all. So as you begin to walk out and you start to walk up towards them, obviously looks of confusion on your face. Nice little warm up there for you. Killing 3 pathetic slaves. Enjoy your money. nice to see murderers in here again. People love the bloodletting against the slaves. Poor cargo really sells very well, so watching them get dismantled by adventurers such as you is a great advantage. We raise more money via the betting than anything else. Thank you for taking this cargo off my hands. Fairy, are you ready for your bout?
Yeah. TikTok's keeping me going right now, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
How much do we get for that though? That's like 1 to 3. Who's figuring that out?
Yeah, how much do I get?
You get a third of your bet back.
It's like a 16th and 2/3.
If you bet 300, then you get 100 back.
Right, so I bet 50. So
Just give yourself 20.
I bet a squid.
Make it nice and simple. So Ariana, as you
36. I got.
So as you begin to sort of make your way down towards the arena, you get this almost sick feeling in your stomach.
Oh, have I got that? I got that thing that when I'm in a mile of her, I can sense her.
You're within a mile of her.
I can sense her.
Yeah. Oh my God, you're fighting her.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you said that. You got to fit the
You're fighting your
fight.
friend.
No, I'm not.
Yeah. Oh, that's evil cow.
What a twist and a plot.
Oh, that's sticking in it. We're all going to have to storm the ring.
Okay, so as you enter the arena, you can see a fairy across the other side is flittering back and forth, rising and falling with the wind, the crowd cheering. As she begins to flitter across, she turns and looks towards you. There's a rabidness in the friend's eyes that you once saw, and a desperation to survive. Roll for initiative.
He's going to make you kill your friend. Oh
No,
my
I'm
God.
not.
It's an execution.
Oh my God, he's actually going to
Not
do
a
it.
fight. It's an execution.
Oh my God, you sadistic.
That's rude, man.
Wow. Wow.
We need some stuff plan here because I'm not fighting her.
Can we help?
You can't speak to her, she's down in the arena.
No, but I can speak to the rest of them. Can we help?
Ariana can speak to her.
No, she can speak to the fairy, but they're not just going to let them out the ring. So can the rest of us help, is what I'm saying.
We'll have to see how it plays out, though, to be fair. Like, because
Okay.
No, what I mean is, if your friend obviously is somewhat kind of says rabid, then she might just keep going for Ariana no matter what. And then Ariana may have to defend herself. So we'll have to see what happens if Ariana can calm it down.
Yeah, but then it goes that way.
That's a very good point, Harry.
See, even though Ariana got quite attitudey with Solazina earlier in these 24 hours, I still don't want to see her kill her friend. We've come a long way.
No, I don't either. But there's no point in us storming the ring. There's no point in us storming the ring if one of us is going to end up killing the other fairy because she's rabid.
Well, no, I'm not on about killing her. I'm on about taking over the ring and escaping with the other fairy, with her friend. I'm on about
yeah, and that's literally what I just said. If we break her out and the other fairy's rabid, we're going to have to kill her anyway. She's going to attack us. We must just let it see how it plays out for the moment.
Yeah.
If then we feel like we can help, we'll help.
We stay back for now.
Okay.
Weapons.
Ariana, roll for initiative.
I did. 15.
15, yeah.
Yeah, Carl, sort your shit out. You've got 15.
Wow, I did.
He's getting snappy.
Oh, getting a bit frail. Everyone's getting a bit frail.
Are we sure Ariana's not
the toast?
What's that?
Are we sure Ariana's not rabid at this point?
What?
I didn't know if your eyes were open or closed.
Oh, they've been in between. Don't worry.
All our eyes are like piss holes in the snow, as my mum would say.
Okay.
There's been a few odd slow blinks.
Yeah.
I've had a couple of them.
Okay, so it's 11 plus 5. I've got quite dark music on for this bit as well, for anyone who's actually tuned into the stream.
I can imagine. You've got to be one sick puppy to come up with this.
Yeah, you're gonna kill her. That's what's happening.
Okay, so as you stand there, ready to begin the bout, you see your friend across the ring. Rabbit look begins to encompass her eyes, and she swings out at you really quickly.
If she's like you, she'll miss.
She launches across the ring quickly, grabbing hold of your wing and striking down at you with a quick punch, causing 3 damage to you.
No.
No, I feel like Ariana.
I know she can't hear me, but I feel like she needs to do some kind of persuasion or some kind of charismatic, reminding.
I know.
Got that anyway, ain't she?
Nah, Hadouken.
Hadouken.
First deck.
I picture like a Pixie Chun-Li attack.
So what would you like to do, Ariana?
I'm thinking.
What?
She's still on TikTok.
No, I'm reading. I think I want to use my enlarge and reduce and make her smaller.
What? I mean, it could work. Yeah.
Well, because it reduces her strength.
No, but is that a magic attack?
Yeah.
Oh.
No magic.
Okay, hang on.
Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. I do apologise. Okay, she can't hear me.
Hang on, Cal. If isn't being a fairy means she's magic, and therefore if she tries to go in there, it fucks her up because she's magic. Just checking.
Yeah, they're going to have to literally fairy fist fight.
Yeah. It's literally a fairy fist fight at the moment. If Ariana doesn't make a decision soon, then she's going to lose her turn.
I'm going to roll a persuasion, and I'm going to try and talk to her.
Okay, roll a persuasion.
Black.
What did you get?
11.
Well done.
Okay, so as you begin to try and persuade her, she's not paying any attention to you whatsoever. The rabid look continues in her eyes. She doesn't see a friend in you, she sees only an opponent.
Just keep doing persuasion.
4 hours left, almost, peeps. 4 hours left.
Come on. 4 hours of persuasion, that's all we need.
We can do it.
If I've got sleight of hand, is there any way I can kind of tie her wings together and something like that?
Sleight of hand is for taking off her tying wings together.
Alright. It's unarmed strikes only, isn't it?
It is an arm strikes only.
What are the odds this is the one you get critical on?
That's not even funny. I just think maybe if I kind of weaken her, when I then try to persuade her, she'll listen.
Just don't kill her.
Flip her wings.
Before I do that, I'm going to try and do persuasion. Before I do that, I'm going to try and do a persuasion again.
You've already used your persuasion for this turn. You need to move on to what your next action is.
Alright, my next action is going to be an unarmed strike.
What's the number? It doesn't come up for me.
21.
21, then you do hit.
21.
Causes 3 damage. Okay.
Okay.
Harry, you look like Darth Sidious. I can't see nothing but a snitch.
Do it.
Do it. Do it.
No.
Okay. So they launch out with their own strike and hit, causing another 3 damage.
I'm going to do
to
an
Ariane.
uncanny.
You
We did?
activate that on your turn, don't you?
You
No.
can do it as defense, isn't it?
When
Oh.
attack hits you with an attack, you can use your reaction to half the attack's damage against you.
Okay, so take 1 damage then. And what's your next move?
I'm gonna try persuasion again.
Okay, go for it.
$16.
Still unsuccessful with a persuasion attempt to try and get her to listen to you.
Punch her.
Just dunk.
Listen, yeah, you.
Are you going to go for another attack?
What's survival?
You say
Exactly
what?
that,
To do with like
What's survival?
yeah, surviving weathers and surviving at like natural
Okay.
instincts. A movement could just be a movement.
Just run around the ring.
Yeah, I'm gonna fly back.
Gonna fly back. She takes an attack of opportunity as you try to disengage from her. The attack of opportunity was unsuccessful and you managed to dodge backwards.
Okay, so it's a new round, so I can do persuasion again, can't I?
You can try and do persuasion again, yes.
This is the last 4 hours, guys. Let's go. Oh, I ain't good.
Nope. Okay. I just don't want her to have. If I weaken her, surely she must do something.
Oh.
Just remember what happened with our fight.
I know it didn't take long, did it? Okay, I'm gonna disengage as.
Case uses another attack of opportunity as you try to disengage.
Can I not use the uncanny dodge?
You can, but it's only going to half the damage.
Yeah, it's fine.
Which will take another 1 damage.
It's gonna be a long fucking night.
It's going to be a long night.
1 damage. 1 damage. 1 damage.
Persuasion.
Seeing how the fight is going from the top rafters, you see that 2 rapiers are now flown into the ring with you.
Watch out, Jets.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I use my stealth and pick up both of them?
You can't, no, you're not going to be able to stealth in an arena where they're facing you.
Alright, how do I. Can I not use like acrobatics to pick up both? Get there first?
Not potentially, because they'll get an attack of opportunity against you as you move for it. They're at 2 separate ends of the ring. You'd need to be incredibly quick to grab them both.
And I've just done persuasion, haven't I?
You have, yeah.
I'm gonna have to dash to get the rapier. I'm gonna have to have some sort of protection.
Okay, so as you begin to dash, they then again gain another attack of opportunity against you.
Yeah, and I'll still use my uncanny dodge.
So you take another point of damage. So as you use your dash, they move into their turn, and they also dash, grabbing the rapier as well. Nice, you both have a rapier.
Great.
You can do it.
Persuasion again.
Not denied.
Yeah.
Game shit.
It's getting sour now.
Your turn. So you've tried persuasion, it hasn't worked.
I'm gonna steady my aim, ready for the next one just in case.
Okay. So as you steady your aim, they dash in using their movement and launch out with the rapier.
Yeah,
Unsuccessful.
Oh, don't need to do it then. Okay, right, perception again. Surely one of them's gonna be alright now.
At some point.
18.
Any pluses on her?
You are starting to get through to them. As you start to call out their name, they sort of start to look towards you and then shake it off and start fighting again.
Okay.
Well,
I'm going to use my action to disengage
Okay.
and move.
So as you use your action again, they use attack of opportunity.
Yeah, I'll still use the uncanny dodge.
Okay, this time you take 6 points of damage as the rapier lashes out at you.
wait, hang on. Sure enough, Jess is a rogue, which means her disengage. If you take the disengage action, your movement doesn't provoke opportunity attacks for the rest of the turn.
Unless you're facing someone of the exact same class.
Hey, don't say that there.
You just made that up.
He's just made that up. Look at his eyes.
Tell me where it says that, Cal.
What's that?
Grant, you're the luck man.
Tell me where it says that.
Oh, do you want me to go get the book?
It's behind you on your bed, isn't it?
It isn't actually. The book's for the player's handbook is there. DM's handbook is there. I probably have made it up, but I'm sure that I read it.
It's all good. It's all good. It's your campaign. We're just tagging along.
I just had to get involved and say something, otherwise I'll have fallen asleep.
Ariana, it's your roll.
Yeah, persuasion again. 11.
Unsuccessful. It's not getting through to them. Some persuasion attempts are, but some aren't. Are you going to do any attacks or are you going to do any movement?
What if you try... no, I won't. I can't say anything. I'm at the back of the ring.
What are you doing at this point, party? You're seeing Ariana's losing this fight and she's pulling her punches.
Just kind of watching in, I suppose, or not all, but just kind of like hoping it goes their way. Like,
I'm just happy I didn't bet on it.
It's not going away.
I'm hoping it goes the way she wants it to.
I thought you said hope it goes away.
No.
No, her way.
I'm going to do an unarmed strike, but I'm not going to aim. I do an unarmed strike.
Okay.
I just whilst obviously this is going on, I want to have a look around and do a perception check to see if I notice anyone that's like controlling.
Got 7.
So you got a 7 on your unarmed strike, yeah? Doesn't break
That-
you out. No, it doesn't hit.
Yeah, good.
Rogar, as you carry out your perception check while Ariana's looking around, you can see that there's lots of people that are cheering, but as you look towards the bottom of the arena where the entranceway is for the other combatants, you can see that there's slave pens marked all along there. And there's women there, there's children there, there's people of all races, all malnourished, barely alive.
Is there anyone that seems to be like overly paying attention to the situation? Like someone who's like invested, not just from betting, but invested in seeing what the outcome of the fight is?
Yes, over the opposite end of the arena, there's a woman in a green dress, very old, with her hair pulled back in a ponytail.
She's the one selling fairy dust.
Yeah, I remember the green dress.
Okay, should we make a? I'm gonna make my way around just to try and have a word.
Might
I will
use a stealth check.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over and see how much it will cost to buy her.
My stealth, yeah, my stealth check. Shit.
Yeah, mine's shit as well. I'll stay put.
See,
Okay,
still
while
got-
they begin to move around,
Jess, you just need to hold off till we can fucking hopefully sort something out with this bird.
I'm gonna do a persuasion.
they try to attack again. This time they are unsuccessful, but they use their bonus action to steady their aim for their next attack.
No, I just rolled. Sorry.
What was your persuasion?
13.
Unsuccessful.
So looks like you got to get
Ray's
18
gonna
up there.
walk up to the woman in the green dress and say, "How much for the fairy?"
She looks towards you. You weren't to slip your watches. Seems that there's some people that I need to remove. Clearly. Interesting. Not everyone you can trust. You want to know how much? Let's see how the fight progresses, and then I'll judge how much. How does that
I was
sound?
hoping to have both pieces of merchandise, not just the one.
Maybe both aren't worth anything.
Well, one's worth something to me, the other would be a bonus. So again, how much is the extra one?
So there's a cost to you. Okay, but it'll cost you something more than gold.
Name your price.
You bring Alicia to us. You help us take control of Port Amalia. That's my price.
No,
Seems a bit much for a fairy, doesn't it?
Where do you want to make this meeting?
Just bring her out of the palace and move her around. No one specific. I'll find the location. Well,
No problem. I'll start making my way back up to the palace.
so you'll go into the palace now, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we do a perception check to see who this woman in the green is with?
You can, yeah.
Just to be honest, look at us. We've fought how many monsters and come on, we could easily set this one free. Right, I'll do it. No, hang on.
What is your perception?
As a group, who's got the best perception? I've got plus one.
One person makes a decision, then as a group, who's got the best? You go first.
I got a flat 7.
I'm asking you, is that what you think? I'm just saying perception.
Another
We'll
missed
see
attack
what
on
it's like.
Ariana.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, it's got advantage. Still a missed attack on Ariana.
Plus 7 I got.
Alright, you do it then, Grant.
Alright.
What are we doing?
9.
21.
We're doing a
21.
perception check.
So the perception check shows you that though there are a lot of people surrounding her, but they definitely pay her some kind of deference. They see her as some kind of superior by the way that they stand back and they sort of don't listen in or move away so they can't hear the conversation. So she appears to have a lot of authority here. So, your friend has gone to go and get the magistrates. I don't doubt that he'll probably bring the Zaelith guard back with him. I don't trust him. And I'm no fool. So, is there any other bargain that we can strike? Or do you think that he'll fulfill his end? Ariana, do you want to roll for another persuasion? What did you get?
9.
Who's going to get the magic
Successful.
ring?
Zavros.
I'm telling on you.
So I'll wander over to the lady in green.
Okay, yes, you've wandered over to her and she turns towards you.
What else were you thinking when you said that? Oh, I don't know because I wasn't there. I don't know. What other deals can we come to? I can't get the words out. What other deals can we make other than the one that I understand you've put forward?
What, Ben, in English?
What other deal? To release the fairy? Is there anything? Right.
Broken.
I'm laying down. What other deal can we come to release the fairy?
You can save your friend. If you join into the arena yourself and kill the other fairy. Other than that, they will both die. If your fairy doesn't kill this one today, then I'll keep throwing fighters against her until someone does.
Why do they want her to die? Why do you want her to die so much?
Yeah, why this fairy?
This fairy is a rare commodity, and she brings in a large amount of money. And bringing in a large amount of money, she draws a large crowd. She's merchandise, nothing more. And you get your fill of your merchandise, and then when it's broken, you discard it.
Would you discard it to me?
Does she seem broken? Go in the ring and break her. And then you can have her.
Can I damage her? If I go in the ring, can I damage her to the point that she lives and I can then have her because then she's damaged?
You
can
could
hold up, yeah.
potentially fight her to the point that she's unconscious.
I don't know. I reckon we should take the green woman into the ring and fight her.
Can I challenge you to a fight? Well, not me, the worst person to. Can I, one of my comrades, can I challenge them to fight you?
Look
Seem
around,
Solazina will
look
challenge you.
around this room. I have hundreds of guards here. If you even started to try, you would never escape with your life.
No,
Well, no, but if we
in the
challenge,
ring with one of my fighters.
where's your honor? Where's your honor? Solazina will challenge you.
Are you over by us at the moment? Are you over the other side, mate?
Who?
Have you walked round too?
Me?
Solazina?
So
Yeah, no, I'm down here. Yeah, I'll challenge you.
Why is my powerful magic not working with the telepathic connection that we've got?
Because you have no connection right now.
The magic wall, remember? You have no magic in there.
You need to get us out the ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we need to get you out and us in. And then
He'll
you
get
need
it.
to save me because I reckon he's got something up his sleeve. So
Who?
I'm probably going to die.
You need to get us both out the ring, so neither of us are then affected.
I can actually wait there. I got a spell.
Yeah, and you need to put your clock forward an hour as well.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm not. I'm not sure I'm capable of getting up there. I'm going to have to do it now. You've mentioned it, and you twat.
Callum, can I use dispel magic?
Look at him.
You can use the spell dispel magic.
Okay, can I use the dispel magic to release whatever this magical field that's around the arena?
You can.
And then I'll cast that then.
What time is it?
It's an hour.
6:03.
What?
6:03. Okay, so you cast it, yeah?
Yeah.
And so you don't need to roll for anything for it?
No.
Okay. So the magical barrier begins to break down around the arena, but you cast it in such a way that the person's with you, the woman in the green dress, doesn't notice. The telepathic link between you and your friend comes alive at this, Ariana, and you gain an advantage on your persuasion checks with her.
Okay.
She's still
Question.
rabid, but you gain an advantage on your persuasion checks. At this, she launches forward into another attack on you.
Yeah, I'll do my uncanny dodge.
But it doesn't hit.
Even better.
Yeah, and that clock says 3:30.
So persuasion, do I get to roll twice then or something?
What's
No.
that?
If I get advantage, do I roll twice?
You get you get advantage on a persuasion check.
It's broken, so when it gets to the o'clock, it slides forward to 15 until it gets to 15, and then it
I
starts.
rolled, yeah.
What'd you get?
I got 5 on that one. Do I roll again?
You roll again.
Oh my god. 3.
You were unsuccessful on your 2 persuasion attempts.
So which theory's rabid? Because that one looks rabid. The one on the screen.
That one is going more and more furious with their rolls every time they
Furious.
roll.
Is this Scream Woman not? Sorry, I was fixing my clock. Is she not challenging me to a duel or no?
Why would I challenge you to a duel?
Well, I'm going to do a bit of a Martin McFly right now. Because you're yellow. You got all those guards, but you can't get in the ring yourself.
You'd be dead within seconds if I gave the word.
Well, with your men, yes, but if you got in the ring, you wouldn't stand a chance.
No, I wouldn't. That's why I have all the guards.
Okay, I tell you what, bring a guard in with you then. You and a guard.
You're boring me now. Leave my presence. And she dismisses you by looking away.
All right, well, I just strut off, knowing that I'm a warrior and you're not.
Ariana, what do you want to do? You obviously carried it. Do you want to do any actions to attack?
No.
Okay, they hit this time with their rapier, causing 10 damage to you.
So can I use my uncanny dodge? No, I'll be half.
Can, and it'll be half to 5.
Okay, let's do perception. Still
You
advantage.
okay, Ed?
Huh?
Just asking Ed if he's alright. Sorry.
The reaction speed says no.
Got 16.
Okay. And roll again.
And 14.
The first time you tried to persuade her using your telepathic link, her eyes stopped being glazed over, this time for a longer time than before, and she looks genuinely confused. She begins to look around, searching, looking at the rapier in her hand, noticing you, and a spark of recognition comes alive in her eyes. And then it shuts out again, and her eyes go back to being glazed over. She launches another attack, causing 7 damage.
Yeah, the uncanny
Okay,
dodge.
so you take 3 damage.
I like this one. This is quite good, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Right, persuasion again.
She uses a bonus action to steady herself for the next attack.
Of course she does.
There's no magical barriers now, there's only physical barriers between all of you in the ring. Zabros, what do you want to do? Are you actually going to get the magistrate, or are you going to get the
7.
Lilith guard?
I'm going to the palace and going up to the magistrate.
15.
Telling her where the myriad are, what's going on in terms of all the slaves being put into battles and to bed on, even though they're malnourished and have no fight in them, and then telling them that the leader of this little ring has about 100 guards down there, so I need enough guards to take out those 100 and needs to go now.
How can I trust you? I've only just added a contract with you, and now you tell me that you know where the
You've
myriad
given us
are.
a contract to do the job. We've done the job. I know where they are. My party are down there now. I need the men. We need to go now.
There's a contingent of the Zealot Guard out in the main square at the moment practicing their drills. Take the guard captain with you. You can have 150 of the men.
Let's go. And as I'm going down there, I'll let the guard captain know what my plan is, which is to use disguise self to make myself look like the magistrate. I'm going to say I'm going to walk in through the sewer. The password there is fireball, not that you're really going to need it because you're going to be storming the fucking place. I'm going to walk in, you give me 2 minutes, and then you storm the place.
Okay. So as this is all going on and the commotion, the battling is obviously raging, the woman in the green dress begins to walk over to some of her guards on the side wall and begins to discuss things earnestly with them. At this, they steady their attack for the next attack. Ariana, your persuasion check was unsuccessful.
It's 15.
Just while this is going on, I'm just gonna slowly make my way down towards like the cage entrance. Just kind of hover around it, get a better view. Just make, just wait for something to kick off.
Further 11.
Has anyone got a stronger persuasion?
What's that?
Has anyone got a stronger persuasion?
Persuade? No.
So you're down another 11 points now.
I think I might.
So you half it with Uncanny Dodge down to 5.
Yeah.
You're not speaking, Grant.
Yeah, my persuasion is +4.
You're still not speaking.
The magical barrier? There we go. The magical barrier is down, which means other spells can go into that ring.
Okay. What are we fancying?
I don't know, I reckon you should touch Ariana again. Oh, do you actually have to touch her though?
Yeah, I got to touch her.
Healing word you don't need to touch.
Oh yeah, I got the healing word. I got healing word.
Word.
No, I'll use that. Alright, I'll use that now. I'll cast it. And then here we go. 6.
Okay. I'm actually doing your health for you at the moment as well.
Who?
I am.
For who?
For you.
I'm doing it.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, we're both doing it then. It's a good way of keeping
Yeah.
track of it. So, if one of you wants to cast a perception check that's currently down there.
Has anyone got +4?
+7. Perception, I got +7.
I got 19 on my perception check just then.
Okay, so Bellamac rolls for perception, and as you're looking around the room, as you saw the woman in the green dress begin to walk away, you see a familiar figure in a red robe standing at the back of the crowd with a bald head and blue tattoos. As the woman in the green dress approaches, he bows, showing deference, before casting a spell, and the woman in the green dress is teleported away.
Both of them, or just the woman?
Just the woman. The Archmage is still there.
Right. Okay.
The same one.
Oh no.
Has he still got his necklace on?
What's that?
Has he still got that goddamn necklace? Right?
He still has that goddamn necklace on because you destroyed an illusion.
With that perception check, obviously once he's made her, teleported her away, could I see any intent in the Archmage? Like, does he notice us or anything like that at all?
Nothing at the moment. He hasn't noticed you.
Right, okay, I'm just going to stay where I am then and just sort of blend in for the time being.
Excellent. Okay, so I'm going to give it another 2 turns before Zabros turns up. So, what are you going to try and do now, Ariana?
I can use magic, but all my my spells are just not going to do anything, I don't think. It sounds really stupid. If I did a druid craft and I created a flower blossom, which was from my Fey world, would it jog her memory of where she's from?
She's not forgetting where she's from. She's just rabid.
When you have Brant's healing powers, heal like diseases or conditions or things like that.
Rant?
You need to check.
I would have to. I got heat. What's that one? I don't think I've got much left now. Let me just have a look. I got healing word on first level, which is 60 foot. It says a creature of your choice that you can see within range regains hit points equal to. The spell has no effect on undead or constructs.
Don't know then.
No.
What's your thoughts on this, Sylvester?
If you can't do it, you can't do it. I just thought it might be. If it was like, if she was rabid and it was just something you could cure her from, there might be a healing spell for it.
She tries to strike it against Ariana again, but misses.
I got really bad persuasion, but could I say something along the lines of, obviously because I'm that close to ring, just sort of in a quite growly, orcish voice, just say like, you know, oi, you fairy in rags, do you not realise that's basically your sister? Just to try and maybe distract her. It's gonna be a dead roll now, isn't it? Yeah, 5.
No, unsuccessful, doesn't even heal.
That's fine.
Okay.
Can I do my 2 rolls for persuasion on my turn?
You can. It is your turn as well, so you can roll them now.
Yeah, I got 10.
And what's the other one?
14.
Unsuccessful. Once again, rapier strikes out.
Uncanny dodge.
Crit.
Uncanny dodge, I don't think is going to save you on this one.
Oh, fuck.
Is uncanny dodge going to work with a critical hit?
Yeah.
So is that 11 damage in total, is it, with the crit, or is it 22?
Yeah. But it would have been 22 with the crit, and then uncanny
So it's
dodge.
11
Dodge
damage.
11.
So one more turn before Zavros turns up. So what's everyone want to do?
Question.
Yeah.
So if Ariana goes down and gets taken out, what then? Is she going to be in the same position she would be if we were in a battle where she has to roll to get back up? Do those same rules apply, or is it a case of once the battle's done, she comes out of the ring, the other person won?
So she'd have to commit to saving throws.
Okay. So I'm just curious. She just allows herself to get her ass whooped, and then that's doesn't do it. I love you too much.
What if you took a dive?
Good dive, yeah. Feign injury.
Yeah, feign injury, took a dive. Obviously, you both get taken out of the ring.
How do I do that?
But is this to the death? Is it the case that you're going to hit the ground and then she's just going to come up and hit you again?
Yeah, you need an action, don't you, to do that? Feign death. I saw it as one of the spells.
Yeah, so you could, let's say, feign death in it. So if she goes to attack you, act as if it is actually a killing blow.
Captain Sylvester, what about your idea? Can we still not do that? No?
No.
Would that be stealth if you were feigning death? Since it's like a...
It's a spell, it is. It's one of the spells that you got. But you need to have it.
You can still feign death, but you would need to use some kind of persuasion check.
Or could you use
Like
deception?
Performance check or something.
So-
Yeah, do performance checks, a good one. So it's up to you, Ariana. It's your decision.
Yeah. Just roll on what you think would be the best idea to do, and then just go from here. Like, if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. And then, like I said, let's just see what happens and see if everything kicks
Can
off.
these guys still heal me if I'm down?
You can still be healed, you can be stabilised, but they would need to break into the arena to stabilise you.
Man could do it from far away, couldn't he?
What's that, Brant?
What's that? What do you want me to do?
With your healing word.
Can I use my own
What?
healing potion?
I would, because I'm running out of spells here.
You can, you
I've
have got your
literally-
healing potion on you, so you could use your healing potion.
So what do I need to
Oh,
roll?
hang on. I can use my healing word if you want, actually. Because I got on the first level, I got 4 slots.
Okay, so you
Cast
use
that.
healing word again, yeah?
Yeah.
You need it now or in a minute?
Okay, I need it now.
Now? Alright, wait now then. Cast. Here we go. 5.
5, okay, so you've healed by 5.
Okay.
Okay, so they launch out with another attack. And it is
Okay.
successful in hitting.
I'm gonna dodge him.
Causes 13 points of damage. You use your uncanny dodge, drops it down to 6. At this point, Zavros walks in, looking to be like the magistrate. So as they walk in, you can see that the Archmage is sort of prowling over and watching. And as you walk in, the Archmage casts a counter spell against you, breaking the illusion. Lost
Might
begin.
again.
Is that okay now? Yeah, there we
that's
go.
good.
So do I know where this counter spells come from? Like if I turn around and
You
see.
can see, obviously, that I will allow an advantage on a perception check just purely because he stands taller than most and he's wearing red in a sea of people that aren't going to be in large, colourful colours.
Anyone?
Yeah, you spot him then.
I'll just cast Hunger of Hadar at him then.
Okay, yeah, so you cast Hunger of Hadar at him.
So he starts his turn taking 2d6 cold damage.
Okay,
He's
so it's...
surrounded by magical darkness that he cannot see through.
Okay. Just remember, he's immune to magic.
Are we fighting the Archmage, are we?
Well, apparently so. Zavros has just launched the
Is
attack
he immune
against him.
or does he have to roll something to be immune?
No, he's immune.
Completely.
How can he be immune to all magical damage?
The Archmage is one
He
of
do
the...
like counterspell and stuff, surely, yeah, but
He'd have to do
immune to
counter.
all magical damage.
Where is he?
He'd have to do counter spells. We had this palaver last time. We're not falling for it again.
Let me find him.
Because it's not really magical. It's like cold damage, acid damage, thunder damage, lightning damage.
You know, my team, you know, where everyone's always against the DM and they're always making their life difficult. This is when we're coming to that point now.
Damage resistance, damage from spells, non-magical bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from
For
stone.
resistance, yeah?
Damage resistance, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, so that'd be half damage then.
Okay, so less damage.
You said that thing, he couldn't
Not,
see.
so not
you,
immune.
That's good.
Fucking legendary head.
I need to clarify the damage resistance is open to interpretation.
Oh, it's in the rules. Resistance.
Well,
is
this
half
would have made
damage.
that hall a lot easier.
That fight would have been so much easier.
Just clarify. Well, no, it wouldn't have been. Because you still had the
Would have been-
wall in front for you couldn't hit him.
Yeah.
It would have been a bit easier though if he was only like,
Defenses.
yeah.
Very well. Okay. HP 9.
At this point, does anyone notice this? Is anyone getting rolled up at all, or is it quite quiet since it's magic?
So it takes 3 cold damage.
It won't be for much longer
Can't
because
see
the
it.
guards are running in, aren't they? In less than 2 minutes.
Yep, they are. Okay.
Be mayhem.
So as this is all happening, Ariana, are you going to try one more time to try and persuade her?
Yep.
Let me cast the healing word again.
Oh, okay.
Right, with it.
Thank you.
That's all right.
I
How have they
can
locked the gates to the cage?
light outside.
So it's just a general locking bar. You could run down to it and unlock it.
At 8.
Yeah, 8. Yeah.
7.
And you've got one more.
14.
Unsuccessful on both of them, unfortunately. Okay, so Zabros, you're currently engaging the Archmage in combat. So if I can ask for you to roll for initiative for me, please. I need a new card.
E5.
Are we all going into combat?
You will
Just
be,
Zabros
yes.
at them.
Zabros alone at the moment.
That's fine. Well, sorry. But yeah.
Okay.
So, because I missed it again, I sort of like zoned out. Can we use magic on her? On him?
Yes, you can, yeah. Just
But he
he has a
takes half.
resistance to it.
Okay. I'm gonna run up and join in the fights.
Is 60.
Almost 3.5 hours.
I know. I just seen a scare. I can see the light coming through outside now. Break time. Nah, jokes.
Okay, so this is 22. What was yours, Grant?
E5.
Okay, so what would you like to do?
Well, me.
Yeah, you.
I'll just fire off and I'll just blast at him while he's in that darkness.
Go for it.
Oof. 11.
He's unable to hit.
Oh. He is blinded, however, because he's in the magical darkness, so I get advantage to attacks underneath the blindness condition. Oh, natural 20 for a 28.
Ooh, nice. We like that.
So that'd be 24. So would have been doubled, but because it's resistant, it'd be half. So 24 damage.
So you would have done 88, no, 48's worth of damage. Sorry, my maths was well off then.
How much you done?
Does he take the damage from before and after being in that?
Yeah, so he starts off his turn taking 2d6.
Oh, his turn.
Okay.
Then he's got half movement. He's got disadvantage on attacks. And then, unless he's got more than 40 foot of movement speed, he's not getting out of it this turn. So he'll take another d6 at the end of it as well.
Okay. So what he does is he uses teleportation and uses the ability to envision the arena and teleports himself into the arena out of that.
What a pussy.
He was a tricky one when you fought him originally. Okay, so he's now in the arena watching the fight. Ariana, your friend reaches out to attack again, but is unsuccessful. What would you like to do?
I'm going to try the persuasion. This is just not my nine.
One more. Both are unsuccessful. This really isn't your night on your rolls.
Not for perception, persuasion, it's not.
Bellamac, you can see that the Archmage is now in the arena with Ariana and her friend. What are you going to do?
Well, that kind of shot my plans. I was just going to cause a bit of a commotion and get in there and help grab the other fairy, but that's not going to help.
At this point, the gates burst open, and the Zeolith Guard they just come running in, and you can see that they're just fighting, breaking out everywhere between groups of enemies.
Alright, I'll just climb up into the ring then.
Rigging?
Close onto the.
The rigging?
No, I said I'll climb into the ring then.
I was going to say, I thought you said the rigging. I said we got off the ship hours ago.
The ring then. I'll close onto the mage as quick as possible. Would I be open for an attack straight away, or?
Based on the movement, you'd have to roll for initiative before you could go in for the attack on the mage.
Alright, let me roll for that then. 20.
Okay, so you enter the arena and you get ready for the attack, but it isn't for you to move just yet. Your movement has allowed you to. You're not close enough to go for that attack unless you go for range.
Alright.
Okay. So as the fighting's breaking out all over now, so there's literally there's bodies being strewn everywhere. The Zealot are moving in, they're fighting, spears and shields are rattling, people are fleeing in all corners, and the slaves down in the pens below are sort of starting to call up, so rescue us, save us. The Archmage floats casually above the floor, looking over to where you are, but staying at a level pace. Keeping himself nice and safe at the moment. So, it is the turn of Zavros. You've had, well, the Archmage's taken his. Harry's moved in for combat. Are any of you wanting to move into combat now that Bellamach has moved into the ring?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I suppose we have to now, don't we?
Brant, Captain Sylvester, both roll for initiative. I'm going to add yours in, Jess.
Rogar 2.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, hang on. My thing's crashed.
About time to go for a wee.
We're about
5.
What we'll do then, we did initially plan to have our radio break at 7 o'clock, but I know that we've had sort of really consistent period where we've been playing now for a while. So what we'll do is we'll bring it forward to 6:30, and then we all come back for 7:30 for the final combat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sound like a plan? Okay.
Yeah.
So once again, thank you to everyone that's tuned in. We'll be continuing and coming back now at about 7:30. So please continue to stay tuned in with us. We're nearly there. We're 3.5 hours away now from reaching the 24-hour mark. So please stay with us, and we'll be back shortly. Cheers again.
Let's
Thank you
go.
all.
Last stretch.
We lost a lot of blood last year. Your smile is just a band-aid. Strap into the table. We gotta put you under. This is an emergency. Can't you hear the thunder? Can we talk about it? Just wanna talk about it. Tired of watching you waste your life away. You gotta turn around, you gotta let it go. Yelling at the loser in the mirror, saying, dude, don't take it personal. It's gonna be another weird month, I guess, according to my horoscope. At some Chinese restaurant in San Francisco, my fortune told me I'm on the wrong road. Well, life's a game, yeah, I need the cheat codes, and I hate the snow, but I think I'll dye my hair and I'll move to Alaska. Grab all of my money, guitar and a jacket. Driving out of town, maybe wave if I pass you. Sorry, I had to move to Alaska. I think I'll dye my hair and I'll move to Alaska. Last couple of months kinda been a disaster. Tell all of my friends I'm asleep if they ask you. Sorry, I had to move to Alaska. Sorry, I had to move to Alaska. Posting all these pictures on the internet, I want someone to give a shit. Eating ice cream in my bed, I guess the problem is that I don't even give a shit. Yeah, I could bring the vibe down from 10 to 0. The world's most pointless superhero. Just me, myself, and my stupid ego. And I hate the snow, but I think I'll dye my hair and I'll move to Alaska. Grab all of my money, guitar and a jacket. Driving out of town, maybe wave if I pass you. Sorry, I had to move to Alaska. I think I'll dye my hair and I'll move to Alaska. Last couple of months kinda been a disaster. Tell all of my friends I'm asleep if they ask you. Sorry, I had to move to Alaska. Sorry, I had to move to Alaska. Sorry, I had to move to Alaska. Yeah, maybe I just don't know what I got. Look at my life like a bat before shot. Stuck in myself with all the doors locked when I just wanna go. I think I'll dye my hair and I'll move to Alaska. Grab all of my money, guitar and a jacket. Driving out of town, maybe wave if I pass you. Sorry, I had to move to Alaska. I think I'll dye my hair and I'll move to Alaska. Last couple of months kinda been a disaster. You tell all of my friends I'm asleep if they ask me. Sorry, I had to move to Alaska. Sorry, I had to move to Alaska. Sorry, I had to move to Alaska. I've been dreaming about the West Coast. Find some places that I don't know. Give me the sun for just a year. I'll kiss the sky and disappear. I've been staring up at the grayest skies, trying to find myself some luck, but it's running dry. It's like the weather makes it worse than my cloudy mind. I could really use a dose of some paradise. Sometimes you gotta run from a broken heart before I turn into a ghost. Need a brand new start. Get myself headed to the coast, man, it ain't that far. Hey, they got sun in LA and some shining stars. Find some places that I don't know. See you. myself a new glow. I need the sun for just a year. I'll kiss the sky and disappear. I've been dreaming about the West Coast, about some places that I don't know. Seeing stars for California, trade the shade for something warmer. I've been dreaming about the West Coast, and the people take it real slow. I need the sun for just a year. I'll kiss the sky and disappear. How long has it been? I heard your name, dizzy and day drunk again. How long has it been? You part the crowd, and I am a sailboat on the waves. Shake your hand like you were a stranger. I crash land, none of my instruments make sense. And the memories pour in, now I'm 17 and breakfast on your kitchen floor again.